Happy Monday, everybody. Good day to talk some Dynasty Fantasy Football. Good day to answer some Dynasty questions. Good day to do some Dynasty trades. Good day to do some Dynasty team reviews. Good day to announce that our rookie draft guide is going to be available this week.
Did you say rookie draft guide?
I said rookie draft guide. Version 1, which is not, of course, it's not going to be the most
this
detailed
early
version.
Yes, this early.
But
get pumped.
But it's more to get you familiar with all the prospects so you can get a head start.
Got to get to know them. Got to form a relationship with them before
you
take them onto your team.
That's the entire goal. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But we are, of course, going to be answering all of your Dynasty questions. We already got some of our peeps in the chat. Dalton's here. Warrior King is here. Man of Cole is here. Some of our guys. And we are going to go through and answer all of the questions that we can today. We'll also be doing some live blueprints if you want to get a blueprint live. I already dropped the link, but we are going to be able to do that live. We only have one in the queue right now, so it means we're going to have some room to do some of your guys's. But I'll also go ahead and drop the direct link to put your questions because I know some of you guys are going to have some Dynasty questions. It's trade time right now. I've been trading a lot. Nathan was talking. Nathan made a couple trades last week that I really liked. Some I didn't like because we're playing in the same league. So, but... I did just drop the link if you want to get your question answered on the site. Obviously, that's how we're doing it. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. We'll go ahead and answer one of our questions here first, and then I can show you how to get to these questions. So this is a team review. Let's not do this one right now. Let's do the trade. We have two trade questions here. Let's go to David 10. And I need to go ahead and do this real quick. Where is my YouTube link? Bear with me as I bear through this.
Like a bear.
Like a bear.
What type of bear?
Brown bear.
Or grizzly bear.
And there we go.
Actually, they're the same thing.
I'm not doing this with you right now. I'm not doing it.
I knew you said brown bear for a reason.
I did, but all right, let's talk about David Trade.
You started it.
He says, I'm the number one team. Is it worth risking this for the playoffs? Check the roster. Okay, I think you can check your roster here. Yeah, we can. There we go. Okay. So, Daniels, Jacobs, Achane, Gibbs.
Holy crap.
Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
What?
It's obviously a Dynasty team.
It's got to be a Dynasty team.
So, it does still say redraft here. Can you message them about that again for me, please? It's wildly confusing that this is labeled incorrectly on every freaking Dynasty trade.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to get that fixed. But, assuming this is a Dynasty trade and looking at the rankings, actually, I wonder if this is a freaking... looking at the rankings are tying it to redraft. So this would be getting Chris Olave, and I guess we should just read the freaking trade.
It's Odunze and JSN.
Odunze and JSN, but what if it's a redraft?
If it's a redraft, it's Odunze and JSN is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It's not even close.
You'd be getting Olave and
Olave might be done for the year, which makes me think it's Dynasty. But...
I hate having to guess, though.
I'm not going to lie. Either way, it's Odunze and JSN for me.
All right. Well, then we just go with that. So, where do I have... I could just look at my rankings. Where do I have JSN as the wide receiver 30? I think I have him higher than that in Dynasty. I mean, if I had to guess, I have him higher than that in Dynasty. So
probably have him as a low-end wide receiver 2, I would assume.
So, my rest of season redraft rankings for wide receiver... JSN, this is a redraft trade. And so, you are going to take JSN here. I think I'm with you. Yeah. Honestly, the Bears aren't going to be as bad as they have been the last couple weeks. So, appreciate you, David. So, the way that you guys can, and here's another one we're going to answer, and this is obviously a Dynasty question here. I love it when they have picks involved. But this little orange button up here, the top expert advice, you go on flockfantasy.com/domain. You can get a team review here. That's how you get a team blueprint. You can get a trade question, start sit question, or just do a super chat. This is going to replace all of our YouTube super chat functions throughout the entire offseason as we get into doing everything here. But what? Why did you make that noise?
Is yours not updated? It should say personal advice now.
Maybe it did say that.
No, yours said expert advice.
It might not be. This might be a stale page. It might need refreshed. But
yeah, probably.
All right. Let's go to Sir Sharts, which is a very nice name. And let's answer this question. This is building towards next year. My other QBs are Trevor Lawrence, McCarthy, and Carr. I have 2 first-round picks already. Okay. So, all right, let's see. You're going to be getting... the 26 picks from somebody else in your league, Dak and London for Hurts and Pickens. Yeah, this is...
It honestly is a pretty fair deal because Dak is going to lose a significant amount of value while Pickens increases in value. But I'll take the first. I'll take Dak. I'll take London personally. I think of all the times to move off of Hurts, Now is a good time. It wasn't a good time a couple months ago when he wasn't playing well. Now he's getting so many rushing touchdowns and tush pushes. It's kind of everyone's skyrocketing his value again. So
Yeah.
I honestly think this is actually a decent move, especially if you're a rebuild. I would assume you're a future value team with your 2 first-round picks that you have already. This makes total sense. You're upgrading from Pickens to London. You're downgrading from Hurts and getting picks on top. Totally cool with this. Lawrence, McCarthy, and Carr. It's not sexy or anything like that. I do like the value upside you have in McCarthy though. So
yeah, I think I'm trying to look. Like, one of the biggest questions I have here is George Pickens' dynasty value in the last couple days.
It's going up.
Yeah, so he's the wide receiver 19 now. Yeah. So yeah, he's jumping up a little bit. Yeah. So, and he has the best quarterback situation of his career
because we're only 24 hours removed from.
Yeah, and he's overall
game,
46 already, so he's snuck into the 4th round.
Yeah.
So
have you seen his game log since Russ came in?
Yeah, man. I mean, he's actually scoring touchdowns now. You have somebody actually throwing to him in the red zone. So
well, he's had a nice floor even when he hasn't scored a touchdown. The Giants game, he had 11 points without a touchdown.
Yeah.
So
he's just they're just also more comfortable throwing the ball now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, 22, 11,
I think we'll take the package. You got a lot of value insulation with the picks there. So all right, now we'll get into the team reviews. And like I said, guys, I'm gonna see if this freaking thing it's still downloading. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'll try to show you a sneak peek of our rookie draft guide. But the best way to do this, if you're thinking about getting a team review, I saw somebody asking about the price of the live review. It's going to depend on if you're a code domain user, you get 30% off, so it's a pretty big discount. I don't think it's that expensive. If you're a different code user, it's going to be a different price point, and if you're a non-code user, non-member, it's going to be a different price point. So what I would recommend doing, I'm going to say this every stream, instead of buying from the expert advice thing, what I would do is I would subscribe. And I would do the annual Motherflocker, and that comes with a free team blueprint, which you can spend like $7 to get it done live right now.
Yeah.
But you get it free with the membership. But you're also going to get version 1 of our rookie draft guide, which is coming out literally probably tonight when I post it. So it's ready.
We do have a little bit of a wait period right now for some of the non-live blueprints. So if you have one right now that's pending or in the works, and you just want to get that expedited, and you're on the live stream right now, you can go ahead and just super chat us or whatever, and we'll go ahead and pull that up for you as well.
So we're going to go ahead and take a look at our first review tonight. This is going to be from our boy Schmackle, team name Don't Call Saul. Somehow on a 3-game losing streak right now, but I'm very obviously a contending team in the first year here. And first in points and first in the standings, but now I'm not sure where I'm going in regards to the future. What should I do now? This is a trade deadline. All right, good. It sounds like you got a pretty solid team here, honestly, so I'm not going to be super worried, but let's go ahead and take a look at your roster, and I'll let you start with the obviously first here in the power rankings. I don't know why that happened.
Oh, no.
Hopefully that doesn't happen permanently. If it does, we'll get them on the line real quick and fix that.
Yeah.
But we could always go into the... We could always do it the long way if we need to.
I've been working on that with them because it's happening to some teams.
Oh, gosh.
It's not happening to me. It's happening on stream mode.
Okay. Well, you asked him about that. I think I can pull it up in my reviews. Actually, I'm almost positive I can.
Yes,
I would do that. Let's just do this. And then respond, right? Okay, don't call Saul. It's not working for me in this either. It's probably because this is a stale page. So
can you refresh it?
Yeah, I'm gonna just do that. So I'm gonna go back to full screen, and I'm gonna refresh this real quick. We'll get this all sorted out. But
if you want to pull up the comments, I can answer some of those as well.
Go on your.
I'll pull them up myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect. Yeah, this looks different already.
Okay, good.
So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up. Sorry about that, y'all. We're gonna get to all this.
Yeah, Mr. JD Fitz says you should trade Sutton for Jonathan Brooks in a heartbeat, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw this question earlier asking about that specifically. I think that's a good move, honestly. Jonathan Brooks is going to lose a significant amount of value with the Chuba contract, as he should. Chuba actually looks pretty solid. What the heck are the Carolina Panthers doing? I don't know, but at the end of the day, I have faith in Jonathan Brooks finding an avenue to increase in value within the next couple of years more than Courtland Sutton does, because he's 29 years old going on 30, and that's just the way that it's going to be with a guy like Sutton, who is pretty mid, pretty inconsistent, boom bust, and all that. So. All right, don't call Saul.
Just get it. Hey, Brown Mamba, he did say it was a redraft league. He was David from the first question. Yeah, we're gonna take the JSN side. I think that was the side you're giving away, so we're just gonna hold there.
Yep.
I think you're gonna sit tight there, but Yeah, if you could wait for Olave. You said it's a league at start 9-3 wide receiver 2 flex. JJ and Chase thinking he'd be even better for the playoffs. I think it's kind of a wash. So I would I think I would still stay put there. I think that's going to be our verdict on that one. But
Yep.
all right, y'all.
Ooh, man. Nice QB lineup. We got Jaden Daniels, Kyler Murray, Drake May, and Sam Darnold as well, honestly. This is a great grade in my opinion. I think we're looking at this situation, and I'm probably going to give you, I mean, in a 12 team with the rushing upside you have there, not to mention May and Darnold, I will give you a 10 out of 10 there. Alvin Kamara, Brian Robinson, Trey Benson at running back, J.K. Dobbins even, Isaac Guerrero, who's gone up in value a little tiny bit, not as much now with CMC coming back, but that's okay. I'll give that a 5 out of 10. And then at wide receiver, you got J.J., A.J. Brown, Waddle, Brian Thomas, Josh Downs. You've got the wide receiver shots at Polk and Demario Douglas in New England. And some depth pieces that, given them an emergency bye weeks, you can plug in Sterling Shepard and DeMarcus Robinson. Going to give you a pretty good grade here as well. I think with BTJ, J. Jeff, and A.J. Brown alone, that's an automatic 8 out of 10. Not a ton of depth here, but honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. I think this is easily an 8 out of 10 at minimum. Tight end, you got Bowers and Goddard, and then Ben Sinnott as a little depth here. This is automatically a 9 out of 10 with Bowers as the tight end 1 in Dynasty. This is really, really good. I like it. Man. So your positional grades overall, 10, 5, 8, and 9. But you do not have all of your rookie picks. So this is going to make you definitely a hard contending team. I am going to give you I want to give you an elite value team because you have so many cornerstones here. But man, the picks worry me, and the depth honestly worries me a little bit as well. If you're looking at this team with a 10, 5, 8, 9, I'm going to give you a well-rounded contend reload outlook here because you are a true contender here. You are hard contending. You're 6-3 this year. You don't have any rookie picks. You've got a 25-second and a 26-second, and that's it. So with your outlook rest of season, I mean, we're making every single possible move we can to contend, and that's going to be your first suggestion and comment here. Any move that upgrades your starting lineup production upside, you need to be capitalizing.
Yeah.
Depth score. Let me look here. You've got Darnold and May in your depth, which is crazy. You've got Dobbins just sitting there. You've got Goddard as an emergency start in case Bowers, is on a bye or is playing poorly. You've got Josh Downs, Polk, Demario Douglas. I mean, this is a solid 6 or 7 out of 10.
It's a solid depth, yeah.
This is good.
This is a really good team.
Yeah, it is very good. I love the cornerstones that he has here as well.
So
looking at some of the guys that I want to move here again, if you're hard contending, I'm moving off of Jalen Waddle and I'm getting production now. I think it's worth sacrificing that potential value insulation and just going and getting a guy that is going to produce and really, really upgrade your starting asset outlook here.
So I think another thing here, especially with the abundance of contending quarterbacks that you have here, I think I'm going to be looking to down tier from one of them.
Yep.
Which one do you want to down tier from? Daniels? Because you've already got Kyler and Drake May. Kyler has rushing upside, obviously.
Yeah, I generally tend to go with the guy that just is going to get you the most return, but it's also Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
So Kyler is just looking better and better every week too, though.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll
give you an option
too.
there. Get whoever your league is most interested in. Move one of Daniels or Kyler.
I agree with that.
And let's just down tier.
Yeah, that's where I am too with this team. So because I definitely want to hold Darnold for this year and just ride him out as contending assets, and I definitely want to hold Drake May. So
yeah,
I definitely think we need to give him some running back targets here.
Yeah. Who else do we want to move? Also, one more guy to move.
I mean, I thought about Trey Benson to a rebuilder. Rebuilder would pay a good price for Trey Benson.
I think with what he's been doing recently too.
Yeah, I think you could because you really just even on a contending dynasty team, you don't feel comfortable starting Trey Benson right now.
Or you could upgrade from B-Rob, get a guy who's older that has a higher ceiling.
You could probably do both. You could probably send B-Rob and Benson and
up
go
tier.
to Barkley. I mean, well, let's look through the league here. Let's just do this little exercise real quick. Okay. I'm gonna just check the bad teams. Dude, what is it with these leagues? There's nobody below 3 and 6 in this league.
Wow.
This is insanely balanced. Almost everybody's 5 and 4.
pretty good.
Let me look at the 3 and 6 team, I guess. Pacheco, Brown. Chase Brown is a good target. I feel like just as a plug and play this year contending target. He's the running back 22 in our rankings, but he's going to have
let me try to think of some other guys
backfield to
that
himself
are
the rest of the year.
More value equivalent to Benson and B-Rob.
But that is the only... Okay, there's another one here. Bijan, Mason, Chubb. This guy doesn't really have anybody, so...
Yeah, so we've got Benson on the rise. We got Brian Robinson on the rise as well. If you were to attack him, you could go and get Jacobs or Mixon.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Jacobs too. That was going to be my other option. So
I want a high upside option here to pair with Kamara, and honestly, Mixon and Jacobs are going to be perfect for that.
Still would see. I would tell you go see what you can, how cheap you can get Chase Brown. He has been really good without Zach Moss. Really good, and he's probably cheap.
Yeah, I'm worried about him though because again, I hate saying inefficient, but oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I mean.
I would rather.
It's like Rashad White last year. Like,
yeah, I know.
He's getting so many targets and so much usage that it doesn't really matter.
But again, worries you long term. So
yeah, but again, if you're getting him at the price of just a 1-year rental, then I would definitely do that.
But if you're up tiering from B-Rob and Benson, you can go get Mixon and Jacobs.
Yeah, I'm saying in a different deal, you could still try to get Chase Brown from that guy because that guy's not going to want to hold Chase Brown.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay, so if we're moving off of Waddle. Who are some practical guys we could have them target in that range?
Do we want a receiver?
I would like a receiver. Yeah, a productive receiver going there. Terry's a great pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great option.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think you try to go get Terry on this team. And again, I don't know where Terry lives, but again, the problem is in this league, everybody in this league is going to be still trying to contend.
And if we're down tiering from Daniels or Kyler Murray, you got to get a big name, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Running back or receiver here. Probably a receiver.
Because receiver, big name, productive.
BTJ's production outlook for the rest of the season is kind of downward trending.
Yeah, sure.
Which I did not expect, honestly, but here we are. Who would we go with as a down tier?
Trying to find.
Because right now he's got JJ and AJ Brown. I want to get a guy that's a little more valuable than Tyreek Hill, but still has some pretty good upside.
Yeah, it's kind of actually tough to. Zay Flowers would be in that range.
Flowers is not bad.
It's kind of tough to find somebody that you're talking
London's
about, though.
Not bad.
Yeah, London is a little high. I feel like
it's pretty high.
It's actually, let me check on London because London has never been high enough for me. He's still early third.
Gosh,
you can try it. Let's just put London.
I'll put him on there.
I mean, I'll still buy London. I don't understand.
Freaking well.
London is doing everything we thought he was going to do, and he has an increase in value. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So I like those trade targets.
He had another good week, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. I think he had
like
17
points. Yeah.
And had full point PPR. I'm pretty
sure. 17.7 points. He's wide receiver 4 in the year.
But I mean, I don't know what else. What else do we want to see from this guy? That one's. I'll just say it to everybody watching.
He's on pace to have, I think, like 150 targets this year.
I'll just tell you, everybody watching, like if you can get Drake London in your leagues, he's still a good dynasty buy.
Dude.
I don't know how.
12 targets, 8 receptions, 97 yards. Had plenty of production without a touchdown again.
Yeah.
So that actually was very encouraging because that was the first game that he's produced like that without a touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
They love using him in the red zone, dude. I can't wait to rabbit trail, but I can't help it. I'm going to look it up right now. Where London ranks right now in red zone targets.
Yeah. Where we at?
Second in the league.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's where we said.
And that was the issue. He had everything but that last year. So, I don't understand.
Yep.
He's a great dynasty asset, guys. So, all right, suggestions and comments that we have left?
We got 2.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to say you might have to be patient with your trades. You might have to wait until some of these guys decide they're not contending. This, to me, feels like a league where everybody thinks they're contending. And the record kind of supports that to some extent. But you need to just take advantage of people when they just start to taper off in a rebuild. So, and then don't be afraid to shop. Don't be afraid to shop your young guys here. He's got a really young team, and people will pay for that. So, anything else we need to do for that one?
Nope.
That's a review.
That's a wrap.
All right, Schmackle. Appreciate you. Good team, man. This is a really solid dynasty team. And again, in our power rankings, you are runaway first place here. So I feel really good about that. I think you're going to be fine. I'm not worried about your losing streak at all. I have really good fantasy teams. He said I'd package Kamara and BTJ to get younger at running back. I'm not again,
I would not be caring about youth right now. You don't have your 25 or 26 first, so you need to win like literally right now.
Yeah.
You have to win.
yeah,
This
I don't know,
year
and I don't know if
making
it's
a
the guy
push next
we're
year.
doing his blueprint for, but we appreciate you, Schmackle, and I'm gonna answer a couple of your questions now. So somebody asked about let me see. Okay, did the annual subscription? Austin, I think you got it figured out. It looks like. Yep. So what I would recommend, let me see if this promo runs. I think it will. Boom. Oh, it's transparent background, but I don't care. Okay, rookie draft guide on the left. This is going to be in our supporters inboxes tomorrow or on our Discord. So you got the rookie draft guide that is coming out, and it's going to be version 1. We're going to have a lot of versions. You get a free team blueprint. You get everything you need. Annual Motherflocker tier. Becca. Gosh darn it.
That's so funny.
But what I would do, again, and I'll show you guys how to do this. Somebody asked if I could pay $7 to get a blueprint. No, you cannot. That is not, it's not happening. But what I would do.
I think he was saying, I think he misunderstood. You can pay $7 extra on top of the
So what I would do
price.
is if you guys want a live blueprint, you can obviously follow the link that I have pinned up at the top of the stream. We can do your blueprint tonight and review your Dynasty team. What I would do, though, if you want the rookie draft guide and all the articles you see here and the My Teams, which you saw us use during the team review, and the rankings, which all of our Dynasty rankings are, and the trade cat. If you play Dynasty, this site will give you everything you need to, but you get our rookie draft guide that is coming out literally right now, tonight when I post it. I would sign up with code domain. You have to use code domain, get the annual membership. So again, subscribe, annual Motherflocker. You're going to get a free team blueprint. You're going to get a voucher for it, basically. And then once you are an annual Motherflocker with code domain, you'll be able to use your voucher for a team review from us. And then you can get it done live. You can upgrade it. And I think it's like $5, $5 to $7, something like that. And we'll do it right now.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. And again, flockfantasy.com/domain is how you get to that. And if you guys don't want the membership, you don't have to. But I would recommend that because, again, the rookie draft guide comes out. Version 1 comes out now. And we will release version 2, I think, after December. We're also going to have the bakery, the analytical model we refer to. It's going to be coming out here very soon to the site as well. So if I were you, I wouldn't instead of spending money on a blueprint like a la carte, I would get the membership. You're going to get way more bang for your buck, and you get a free one. You can get it done live for like $5 extra. So hopefully that makes sense. But and Austin said he just did that, so clearly that's going to be working. So we'll get to your team here in a minute, Austin. How excited to look at it. But
got Dalton next.
Yeah. Oh, another Dalton. I thought we were out of teams for you, Dalton.
Apparently not.
Did we send Dalton? Did you get your T-shirt yet?
Yeah, let us know.
Hey, Hayton, H8N. You can put in flea flicker leagues. What you're going to do is screenshot your team, and when you go to submit your team, so when you go to team review here, you're going to do a non-linked team, right? And so this is going to be a non-sleeper team. You're going to go through and select your settings, and then you're going to upload screenshots of your team, so we can review it that way, just like we review all these other teams. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a sleeper league, ESPN league, whatever, but hopefully that answers your questions. So.
Team name Forever Young.
And then tonight after the stream, I will get the rookie draft guide for all of the people who join as annual Motherflockers. I'll get that posted for you. So.
Ooh. This is a Forever Young team.
So shout out to all y'all who are watching who are annual Motherflockers, because you guys are going to get a brand new piece of content tonight. So.
Yep.
Make sure you use code domain though to get the blueprint and to get the rookie draft guide. So. Yeah. All right, we are done with this one. All right, Dalton says, because why not?
Christian had a question in the comments. He said,
"Yeah, I got it. I'll take care of that."
Okay.
So hey, Christian, what you're going to want to do is once you get the membership, you'll go in to submit your team, and basically once you're in there, it's going to look like this: team review. You'll link your team, continue. You'll select your team, boop, and then once you're here, it should say $0 here, right? Because you should have a voucher. And then you can do like plus $10, but it should be like, plus $7, I think, or plus $6. And then it'll let you go to live team blueprint. As you can see, when I changed it, it went to live there. So that's what you'll do. You'll just do that when you go to submit your team. It should let you do that. All right, cool. Let's go. I'll answer any more questions we have after this. So, okay, ready for this?
Yep.
All right, I'll let you start with positional grades.
All right, QB, we got Daniels and Murray again. I think that alone merits an 8 out of 10 in a 12 team. It's pushing a 9 out of 10. Running back, you got Trey Benson, Monty, Jalen Wright, Chandler. Nothing sexy there, but I like Benson Amani as a core too. I'll give that a 4 out of 10. You don't really have much after that. Wide receiver, you got Puka, Rashee Rice, Jaden Reed. Love the start there. Addison, Pittman, Dontavion Wicks. Cedric Tillman, honestly, is a little bit of a sneaky guy that might have some lasting value here. We'll see what he does for the rest of the year. But I think that is comfortably a 7 out of 10. And then at tight end, you got Laporta and Hawkinson. That's a 10 out of 10 automatically. But we're definitely going to have you move off of most likely Laporta there. So looking at this lineup and looking at your grades, I'm going to give you a dual elite QB with a I'll give you a contend reload. This is a mid-season startup, he said. So we obviously don't have a record or anything like that. We are looking ahead to 2025, and when I look ahead to 2025 with Puka fully healthy, Rashee Rice coming back healthy, Jaden Reed, Jordan Addison, and Benson coming up with Monty as consistent as he is, I think you do have contending upside in 2025, especially with some of the moves that we're going to encourage you to do right now. Looking at your depth, again, it's not going to be anything super notable here. Outside of Cedric Tillman on your bench, you got Parker Washington and Wicks, which is fine. But again, outside of that, nothing wild. You're going to see this, not a ton of depth generally in startup drafts. So I'll give you a 2 out of 10 here. And then your cornerstones here, we got Kyler and Jaden Daniels at quarterback. At running back, I will consider Trey Benson and David Montgomery both cornerstone guys at this point. You got Puka, Rashee Rice, and Jaden Reed as your top guys at wide receiver, and then Sam Laporta and TJ Hawkinson at tight end. You have so many cornerstones here. So many. Number one move that I'm going to have you do is definitely let's move off of Sam Laporta. Let's go target a guy at another position. And then I will still have you pivot off of Jaden Reed as well. Probably a down tier. I think there are some more valuable guys that are valued way less than him right now who are probably going to be on the up heading into 2025. And you could honestly use a down tier or two with this situation right now. How are you weighing Cedric Tillman and his value at the moment?
Yeah, the rankings there need updated. Honestly, I'll do that on my computer so it refreshes here. But
no, I'm just saying in general.
Like, I know what you mean. Like, and actually, that is updated. He's my wide receiver 47 right now.
Would you sell him or would you just kind of hold?
I would hold.
And see what happens?
He's just one of those high upside holds to me.
Fair.
So, yeah.
Would we stick in a 12 team? Would we stick with Daniels and Murray, or would we down tier from one of them again?
I'm going to down tier from one of those guys again.
I think that's fair. So we'll give you the option, move off of whatever you can get better return for. Let's down tier from one of Jaden Daniels with Kyler Murray. If you down tier from one of those guys, I'm still going to have you target a guy like Brock Purdy and go plus. We've recommended Dalton. We've done so many for you at this point. Brock Purdy is going to continue to be one of those better targets that we have you get if you're down tiering from one of these guys that's valued so high. So that's going to stay consistent here. Looking at some of your other moves, if you're moving off of Sam Laporta, let's see who you should target. Laporta is a curious case because he's lost a significant amount of value. But again, the situation that you're faced with right now is, do I hold Laporta because he's lost a decent amount of value, even though I have Hawkinson, or just move off of Laporta and start investing in other positions? I'm of the opinion I would just invest in other positions at this point. Let's go get Higgins. If you can move off of Laporta and go get T Higgins,
yeah,
I'm all for that right now.
Yep.
I'm also not against you going and targeting a running back. If you're down tiering from Jaden Reed, Ayuk is going to be a perfect down tier option there. And then let's give him a running back to target here as well, because I honestly am comfortable with him going and getting a running back.
Yeah.
What running back would you recommend?
I mean,
should we
Kamara
worry about a contract insulated guy, or should we just go
at this point you just go get somebody?
Kamara?
Yeah, I think Kamara is a good one for this roster.
I mean, Kamara just got extended too.
Yeah, so, no, and he's got the contract, but
yeah.
I think if you are going to go somebody with contract, I mean, there's not a ton of them in that price range.
No,
is the problem.
So the only other guy.
Yeah, and I don't really want to tell people to buy DeAndre Swift. So.
No.
And then,
Jacob's the other guy in that same price range as Kamara. If you're interested in him, I'm not against that either.
Do we need one more?
Nope. I got Purdy, Kamara, Higgins, and Ayuk
so you
right
give
now.
Ayuk, okay.
Yeah, so your contend rebuild scale outlook right now is going to be I'll put you're definitely favoring the right. Got some work to do here, but
That's
again,
contend.
you have an entire off season to do that. I've got your outlook as contend reload. This is a startup. There's going to be plenty of moves going on in the off season that are going to end up in small value wins for you, and I think you're going to be definitely contending.
Yeah,
by far in
I
2025.
probably should check to make sure he hasn't commented. No, we're good. Cool.
He did get a shirt though. He commented on that.
Oh, cool. Okay,
got a
awesome.
shirt.
Yes.
He wore it to dinner last Saturday too.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. So suggestions and comments here.
All right. Yeah, I mean, especially since this is a new startup, it's a very even league. Definitely hold on to all your picks, indefinitely. I definitely would. Oh,
great shape
Christian,
for
I know
the
what you're
offseason.
asking. Sorry about that. So what we do, basically, because there's not a reason to go back through it, and we just have people, like, super chat us, like, $10. And if you want to, like, just send a super message for $10, then we'll just pull yours back over and do it live right now. That's what we do. There's no... sorry, I was really confused by your question, so that's my bad. So if you do a super message and just be like, hey, I want to upgrade, we'll just pull it back over. We'll review it here on the stream. So,
Yeah.
All right. So with it being a mid startup, we purposely drafted for next season, and that definitely makes sense.
Down tiering will help this team get into contending position for 2025.
Theo says Jaden Reed's not someone you should down tier off of if the offense clears out. He has high end wide receiver one upside. What are your thoughts on that?
I see what you're saying. Avery and I have been huge advocates for Jaden Reed. Who said this? Did Dalton say that?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was Theo.
Avery and I have been huge Jaden Reed guys, literally all of this last offseason, telling people to buy him because he was valued, I mean, outside of the top 6 rounds, I think, in Dynasty, or right around the late 6th round, early 7th. And high-end wide receiver one upside, I think that's a little bit too high for,
I would say
for
low-end
our
wide
liking.
receiver one.
Low-end wide receiver one is what I would lean as well. It's not because of his build. A lot of people are going to say he's too small. He doesn't have the skill set to do that. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that the reason we don't think his upside is higher is really because of the way that LaFleur calls that offense, and honestly, their continued investment at the running back position and how they like to utilize guys like Jacobs and Aaron Jones in the red zone. And Jaden Reed has been very, very hit or miss this season. It's not against him. It's the way that they utilize him. And a lot of times the game script does not include Jaden Reed getting a ridiculous amount of touches. He's so explosive when he gets the ball, and I love how they use him on jet sweeps and stuff like that. But again, that's not something that's going to be ultra sustainable. He really is like a diet Debo Samuel, in my opinion.
Yeah,
so,
he's also not getting.
He's
enough
not getting the consistent
targets.
target volume.
And I see what he's saying. Like when he moves out of there, maybe that would be true.
Yep.
But I personally don't think they would move. They would use him like that. He doesn't strike me as a high target guy. But honestly, one thing to consider.
I think they love how they utilize him right now.
I think they do too. And one thing, and it makes him plenty valuable in dynasties. We're not telling everybody to sell him. He's not a sell. But one thing to consider with Jaden Reed that I didn't realize is that his value actually has dropped. So he might not
slightly. It's kind of come back too
because he was wide receiver 13.
Because he spiked, then he went up, and then he went up even more. I think that honestly is more.
So you would still down tier from that position.
Yeah. And again, it's more because of the other guys that I think are just being more undervalued. That you can go get plus another piece or two on top of him when you're moving him. Nothing against Jaden Reed. We love Jaden Reed. Literally, we've been Jaden Reed advocates since he was drafted. So more of a market thing right now. I think he may come to and be.
If he drops, I think he's gonna.
20s, I think he's gonna be a very palatable price when you get to the offseason.
Yes.
Again.
Yes,
I think that's
I agree with that.
Generally,
it's similar to how Josh Downs' value last year was, where in season it got really high, and we knew in the offseason it was going to go down. So I think that. We need what suggestions and comments for this team? Which one more?
One more.
Yeah. He says he's thinking about getting another one for a team that only has 27 picks. That would be a mental hurdle. I'm trying to think for this team. And it's a star 11. So depth is a little bit more important in this league. So I definitely upside is going to be less. I would definitely prioritize depth in this league. Make sure you have good backups just in case you face injuries in the playoffs. So, hey, Garrett, a higher end wide receiver for Addison, I would consider Deebo Samuel one of those options. DJ Moore, I would consider there.
Yeah. I think DJ Moore this offseason might end up being one of the better values in Dynasty because that situation is about to skyrocket.
Yeah.
I think Ben Johnson has a pretty good chance at going there.
Yeah. But, all right, Dalton, if you appreciate you. And if you want to do your other crazy team that only has 27 picks, it's just freaking 3 years from now, we'll do it. So we love you, buddy.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. Dalton should be number 1 on the leaderboard after this. He probably will be. I guess this was his first one this month. But
MD Rob 12 team.
Dalton can take all 3 positions on the leaderboard if he submits another one. So you see our little leaderboard here at the top. It kind of.
I always have to go back and because I mark them by like number if there's duplicates for the usernames.
Yeah.
So I have to like find if I'm like, is this the 7th or 8th 12 team?
All right, I'm gonna refresh. Make sure we don't have any questions here. Do remember that you guys can drop your questions. Yeah, we got to. Okay, so this is from Jesse, and let's go ahead and answer this one.
It's the 7th.
Come on. Will you check this and make sure there's actually something there because it's not freaking loading?
Yeah, give me a second to save this.
Yeah, you're good. I'll answer his question. Jesse is now the monthly leader. How about that?
I really like this. This is very handy dandy for me, just in case. It's a nice little failsafe.
It might have been an upgrade.
What super message?
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to look for him and pull him?
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, no. What I was asking was, he adjusted for the live review. Okay. That makes sense.
Expo Jesse did?
Yes, this is an adjustment.
All right,
so
I'll pull.
Cool. Actually, he submitted one right before that.
Better. Oh, I see. So I'll just keep him in.
Yeah. So we're just going to keep him in.
It's a 2.0.
Oh. Ooh. Hey, Jesse, we don't typically do our 2.0s live. So how do you want to do that? Do you want to do a 1.0 and get it done live, or would you rather save it and do a 2.0 and I can send you the super message back? The 2.0s take too long for us to do live. We spend too much time on them. So,
yep.
Okay. And you just let me know what you want to do in the comments. You can also message me on Discord if you want to PM me. Like, that's fine. But we'll figure it out for you. So, all right. This one is going to be from our boy TTP, one of our OGs. And this is going to be Neighborhood Watch is going to be his team. He says, I have a good team, but unfortunately, this is a live review, right? Yes. Did you check all these? These are all live?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a domo mofo. I have a good team, but unfortunately, Richardson turned me into a reload this year. Can't relate. Recent trades I made: Stroud for Herbert and an early to mid first. I like that, and then Jonathan Taylor for an early to mid first, and George Kittle. I like that a lot. Kittle for Pickens in an early second. That looks genius now. League doesn't trade unless highly favors them. Can't buy Puka or a top running back. Okay. So keep that in mind. We can't tell him to buy Puka, which we probably would.
Can't tell him to buy Puka. Okay. Also, it totally needs.
So Jesse, the 2.0 is going to be
changes to dual QB. Duh.
The 2.0 is going to be. It's going to look like I can pull it up. There's the 2.0. It's going to be more in detail, more in depth, more high quality analysis. It's just a lot more. You got suggestions and comments are expanded. You've got more analysis around your league and your value, and you got the DVM on here. And then the 1.0 is going to be your classic. It includes everything you need, your 3-year outlook, your roster, your trade targets, all that. You get more trade targets with 2.0. It's honestly up to you. If you really want it done live, then do a 1.0. But if you want the more the detail and every single piece of analysis we can give you, want the highest quality analysis, then I'd stick with the 2.0. But they just take too long to to do that. So
what's our team name for this guy?
Just looking for an updated what to do. I honestly, Jesse, what I would do is I would do the 1.0. So, I think if I were you, I would just stick with the 1.0. We can do it live, and then I can send you the super message. I can refund you that. So I think he said, okay, he said he wants to do 2.0. Okay, cool.
All right, cool.
All right, I'll let you start with the positional grades on this one, but this is Neighborhood Watch. And again, in the Power Ranking Series, going to be third. So looking at a team that has good value, it's 2-7, probably going to be a reload or rebuild. So let's get it going.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So starting with the quarterback position, you got AR, Herbert, and Penix in the waiting. Honestly, at this point, I'm valuing it as Herbert and Penix as your top 2 most valuable guys, and then AR as maybe a soft chance at being a developmental piece. That's, at this point, what is that, a 5 out of 10? That is tragic. Running back, you got Jonathan Brooks, Kenneth Walker, Zach Moss, Ray Davis, Rico Dowdle, Tyron Tracy, who's increased in value a ton recently. I like this. I like this running back build here. I'll give you a solid 6 out of 10 here. This is a 10 team. Never mind. I'll give you a 5 out of 10. And a 4 out of 10 at quarterback. Wide receiver, you got Amon-Ra, Malik Neighbors, Drake London, George Pickens, Lab McConkey, T. Higgins, Keon Coleman, Xavier Legette, Calvin Ridley, Wando Robinson. Tons of depth here. Cedric Tillman all the way down there as well. This is a 9 out of 10 easily. And then at tight end, you got Trey McBride, who is so freaking good. He is, I believe, he's the tight end 4 this year because he missed a game. He's so good.
Yeah.
I love Trey McBride. That's an 8 out of 10.
Depth. He's got decent depth here. And this is a super flex.
So we got
start 100. So
it's a 2 QB technically. You got Michael Penix, Ferguson, Tracy, Keon Coleman, Calvin Ridley, Wando Robinson, Cedric Tillman. Again, in a 10 team, compensating for that. I think that's a solid 6 out of 10. I'll give it to you. At cornerstones, you got really in a 10 team. I'll give you a cornerstone Herbert there since it is a 2 QB format. Running back, you got Brooks and Kenneth Walker. Tyron Tracy, honestly, is starting to look like he's in the same tier as Brooks. Wide receiver, you got Amon-Ra, Neighbors, and London as your top 3 guys. I love that. And then tight end Trey McBride. So you really do have a pretty good outlook here. Your picks, you've got 2 extra 25 first, which is phenomenal. And then you still have your second there as well. No 26 second. I don't really care. This is going to be a great grade. I'm going to give you an 85. You're in great shape.
Yes.
This is very clearly a future value team.
Yep.
Built around the wide receiver position, which I do like quite a bit.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
So you're contending rebuild scale. What's your
backs.
record right now? 2-7. So you're not contending.
Yeah.
Though you might be a little frisky here and there because you do have Walker, Amon-Ra,
got
Neighbors,
Tracy. He's
London,
got starting backs.
Pickens, Ladd.
Yeah.
All right, time to move the guys. I love moving players for rebuilds. It's very good.
Yeah, the quarterback situation is obviously one that we're going to need to clean up here.
Yeah.
Although I do like Justin Herbert and I like that deal you made. Now,
what deal did he make?
He said it up top. He said he traded Stroud for Herbert in an early to mid first, which I would do that all day.
That really is not bad at all.
Herbert had 19 points again yesterday. So that's his last 3 games, 24, 20, and 20
He had
points.
a rushing touchdown on a 4th and 1.
Yes, he did. He's getting there. Come on, keep going, Herbert.
He also threw the ball 15 times.
18 times.
Oh, my bad.
Which is by far the lowest in the last 6 games. So it was an ugly game. They didn't really need to.
He'll probably this year he'll probably finish as a mid QB2. Which
they also had They had a defensive touchdown too. They didn't really need to pass the ball. Like they were killing them. So
who would have thought?
I know. Well, that's not going to happen every week in the game. Again, the games that they were in, he's passing the ball enough.
Herbert this offseason is going to be a better value than he was last season.
Well, yeah. But, okay. So, for
we'll see and how he finishes
what do you have?
the year.
Rebuild contend?
Yeah, because I'm just considering this state right now as he's rebuilding. Right
Okay.
now.
So,
I want to move Pickens here.
I guess you probably can't move Ferguson now. I would have wanted to move Ferguson while you can, but
yeah, you can't anymore.
No. Who did you say first?
I probably want to move Pickens down tier from him. while he continues to increase in value.
I would say
'Cause we
probably.
got-
I would say honestly, I would say Kenneth Walker.
He's got upside guys here. He's got Amon-Ra.
Or do you
Neighbors,
want
and
Kenneth
London.
Walker for next year? But you can get running backs in the draft if you get add some extra firsts here. He's got 3 firsts.
Yeah, I'm not against that, honestly.
So I think you down tier here
Move Walker.
and go get Trey Benson plus. Then you'd have Benson,
That's-
Brooks, Tracy, Ray Day. Oh, Rico Dowdle needs traded for sure.
Rico, who have we packaged
So,
Rico with?
Yeah, Ridley.
Yes. Yeah, Rico and Ridley.
Yeah.
I honestly like all of your receivers here.
I do too. I think it's
Especially
good.
in
I
this
think for real,
10-team
it's good.
format with upside. Like sometimes we'll recommend if you're a rebuild that's 2-7, not looking too great, then maybe you down tier from a guy like Amon-Ra or Malik Neighbors. But with this build and this league format, I want every single one of those guys on my team.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll move Ridley and Rico
Perfect.
and say.
I would also,
asset.
if you go ahead and add this to the suggestions and comments, I would shop Wandale Robinson. I would also shop. See, you can't shop him anymore. I would also shop, guys down here. He's got a lot of wide receiver depth. If you can shop a Devon Vele, because he actually has some value right now. Jake Ferguson, you could try to shop. I just don't think you're going to get anything. So those are guys I will explore offers for and willingly trade away for anything, including a 3rd-round pick. Wandale, I wouldn't take a 3rd for, but I would take a 2nd for him.
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Yeah, shop Wandale and Ferguson.
Let's give him some trade targets. So we gave him Trey Benson. Did we give him a quarterback yet? You got Penix. I love Penix on this team. It's beautiful. McCarthy.
McCarthy's a good target here. He's pretty cheap in a 10 team as well. If we're down here from Pickens, I'm looking for more upside guys again. So probably going to avoid the running back position mostly unless you're getting a guy like Benson. So probably just keep it up with wide receiver value, and then we can move off of some of that later. In heading into 2025, if you think you're going to have a good contending shot there. I would look for guys. Honestly, let's give him 2 quarterback targets. McCarthy and give him another one.
He's got Penix, McCarthy. It's probably too late for me. Lawrence isn't a bad buy low in Dynasty. Let me look.
Lawrence is not a bad buy low.
Let's just put Lawrence.
Because he's going to get an actual
Good job, Sam.
play caller soon.
Yeah, that's going to be big for him.
Yep. Get Ayuk. If somehow you could get, honestly, actually, George Pickens is getting closer and closer to Rashee Rice's price. So I'm going to drop Rashee on there.
Cool. Yeah. Honestly, they're close, really close in value now. Really close.
Yep.
All right. Just a couple of suggestions and comments here. Hold your picks all the way till the draft, all the way till April. You're holding those picks. Jacob. So if you get the domain Motherflocker tier annual, once you go through and use your voucher for your free team review, you should be able to upgrade that and get it live for it's like $7. So yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. And then I would recommend
Wham bam things.
upside really is all the more important at the quarterback position.
So the guy with Trevor is really OP. It's wham bam. Thank you, Sam. What does OP mean?
Yep.
Overpowered. Thank you.
Upside really is.
I thought it meant original post. I think it does. Or original poster. That's what it means on Reddit.
On Reddit, yeah.
Then I would definitely. I think this guy can afford to sell Lawrence too, so I think I would definitely do that. And also, he would take some of your contending assets too.
Consider targeting a rushing QB in the 25 draft.
Yeah, there's going to be plenty of them. I did have a question. Here from Coop. Lauren, he said, are you guys worried about the 25 draft class? No quarterbacks, top-heavy wide receivers, mainly only running backs.
I wouldn't say there's no quarterbacks. I think Shador is going to be drafted relatively high. I think
I saw
Cam is going to be
what's
drafted pretty
LSU's
high.
quarterback's name?
I don't know.
It starts with an M, right? No, N. Nussmeier. Garrett Nussmeier. I saw a mock where he wins top 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I think I'm not. Here's the thing.
I'm not worried about
I'm not
it.
worried about it, but I'm never worried about specifics with the 25 class or the future draft class in Dynasty in particular because it's not really about the class, it's about the picks.
Yep.
So.
Yep. This definitely does not give me 2022 vibes either. So,
No, I don't think so at all.
I think
there's too much running back
plenty
talent.
of upside and talent there. Carson Beck is a guy that you could say, oh, maybe he falls, which is
He is definitely going to fall. He looks awful.
He's
I don't even
been
think he goes in
struggling.
the top 2 rounds anymore, which
So
sucks.
maybe he stays for a 5th year.
He honestly might, which at that point he's probably cooked as
Toast.
a prospect. So
Yeah.
he just kind of fell off. So, all right, TTP, appreciate you.
I don't know what to think of Ewers.
Good team, my friend.
Avery loves Ewers. I don't know what to think about him.
I think
he could go.
wonder if he's being
He could go
misused.
top 15. He could go late second. I
wonder
really
if he's
don't
being
know.
misused, but you never know. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see with yours. All right.
You know what? Really would have been a nice measuring stick this
What?
year would have been seeing JJ McCarthy play, because they're very similar, and it's like, yeah, they have the tools. Maybe they'll go high. Maybe they'll go top 5, end up not, and it's like I don't know. With Ewers, it would have been nice for the NFL to see what JJ McCarthy ended up doing.
Yeah.
But they'll have no idea. So
Let's see. Somebody said, Dalton said, how about my Gamecocks? They've been good. How about my Hoosiers? My Hoosiers are in the top 5. Top 5 in the country.
So it is official top 5.
Yeah, they were in the AP poll.
Updated.
It
yet.
was 5-6.
There
So
we go.
when's
the CFP show? Is that tomorrow?
and Chris says that Indiana QB looking good. I've been telling people about Curtis Rourke.
Rourke
I've been
is-
telling people. You heard it from Domain first. If Curtis
Yep.
Rourke gets drafted in the first 3 rounds, you heard it from Domain first.
And Rourke is not like, again, we're pretty realistic with Rourke and like his obvious upside, but if he's not ultra mobile, he's gonna be very Brock Purdy-esque if he goes into the league, and honestly less mobile than even like a Brock Purdy. But gosh, his ability to operate a Shanahan style offense, which is 2/3 of the NFL right now at least, that's very, very attractive to teams who are taking upside shots on Anthony Richardson and other teams like that just have some questions and want to take a shot on.
Hey,
it, so.
top 5 until next week. We're on a bye week next week. We're staying there. And also, if they lose to Ohio State and it's really close, then they're not going to drop out. They shouldn't. Ohio State's a top 5 team. I mean, it should be a close game. We're playing them on the road, so I don't know about all that. But Aiden said I just bought a blueprint using the link that's for a live one, correct? So to do a live one, you have to slide up to the live review. It's like $10 extra, I think, if you're a non-member, like $7 if you're a member. If you didn't slide up, which it doesn't look like you did, then you can just do a super message like these guys did. And then that should be able to get you. You can just send $10 through a super message, and we'll just go ahead and do your team right now, Aiden. So that let me know if that makes sense. $5 for Goff's 5 interceptions, getting me the W in a home league. That's crazy that you won on that. Honestly, that's absolutely crazy that you won on that. But appreciate it, Corey. Corey's our boy. AU Hartman 12 says team, tight end, phone, home, and username. Okay, so this is an upgrade. So I need you to pull this one back for me.
Name House Sauce.
Yes, username House Sauce.
Hot sauce, probably.
House Sauce, yeah. Probably House Sauce. Looks better.
Username Hot Sauce.
Well, his username looks like AU Hartman 12.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Boom. Found it. We're pulling it over now. How about that?
Pending.
No, okay, Jacob. That's for people who already purchased a review. So people who purchased a review already and they want to upgrade it, it's just an upgrade. So
Yep.
sorry, no, we're not selling $10 team reviews. Unfortunately, I wish we could. I wish we were wealthy enough to offer that and had enough free time and didn't have families.
So
I wish.
Expo Jesse is going to do the 2.0, right? So I'll move him over.
Yes, correct. Yep, he said 2.0.
Okay.
Hey, Dalton, just so you know, IU would clap South Carolina. I'm just letting you know. They would beat the tar out of them. South Carolina's good. They're not that good.
South Carolina almost beat LSU.
Sorry, beating Vanderbilt doesn't mean anything.
Yep.
Beating LSU, I don't think that means anything either. I'll be able to clap.
Any questions from Aiden Shea, or is that?
He's upgrading.
He's upgrading?
Yeah, he's just said he was. So we're going to keep him in.
Great.
So
Curry's alive.
we got you, Hartman. We'll get you in here, and I think you want to move that over.
Arkin said he would love to bump his team review to a live one if possible. Arkin. So Arkin, I'll pull yours as well.
Where's
let's get started
where's that
on
one at?
Oz 10. You got to refresh.
I did.
Do it again.
Arkin?
It was a super chat.
I didn't see it.
I literally just saw it. So
That was this one.
no, that there was one just underneath his.
What? A super chat?
Yes, a super message.
We can't see those once they're gone. That's unfortunate, by the way.
I mean, I don't. It was right there.
There were two. One was Corey and one was his. I read them. I'll show you on the stream.
Dude, I literally swear.
All right, it's gonna be on there.
Arkins was right there.
All right.
He asked for an upgrade. I did not just come up with that username out of nowhere.
How did it go away then?
I don't know. It was right there for me, and you literally saw it while I was reading it.
I don't know.
He
All right.
upgraded.
This one is from our boy Aus10.
He can confirm in the comments.
I will. Team name Aus10. This says Aus10G. I'm assuming that's yours, right? There's not two Aus10s in here, right? No, this is your team. Okay, cool. So this is double check Austin. I'm assuming your name is Austin. Let me know. Make sure this is your team, but I think it is. So
Yeah, I would assume so.
Nathan tweaking. That's what I think. I think Nathan's tweaking. How did it go away?
Super message.
I didn't even see that.
I'm not tweaking.
All right. Yeah, we got you, Arkin.
Told you.
How did it not? Like, how did it go? It just disappeared. I didn't even
know,
have a
dude.
chance to see it.
I didn't touch it or move it or anything. I touched it to look at it. But that's all I did.
Yeah. Yes, I would be. I'm not doing that.
Oh. Reek.
Yeah, that one's interesting. All right,
Yeah.
you ready for this one? This looks like it's a league median. It's a Dynasty Superflex. 12 teams start 11, so it's going to be a little deeper league here.
He's got some extra comments here too as well. Did you read those? I can read them. He said, got this team dumped on me, was very behind value-wise, was able to make a lot of value increase moves, but a lot of this involved picks. I like that I have two good QBs, but the rest of the team lacks a lot of stuff. I think I have potential, but it might take some time. What moves would you make in the offseason to improve here?
Yeah. All right. I'll let you start with positional grades.
Sir, yes, sir. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I got to pull it up here.
Oh, okay.
Starting with Purdy and Tua and Jimmy G, obviously, which is going to at least bring your grade up. I'm kidding. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Tua and Purdy is not going to be ultra high upside or anything like that. In a 12-team format, I'll give you a 6 out of 10 there, trending up because of Tua. But again, he hasn't been anything crazy recently. So with Jonathan Brooks and Singletary, Chubb, Chase Brown at the running back position, I'll give you a 3 out of 10 there. Wide receiver, you got Zay Flowers as your best receiver. Downs, Myers, Judy. Definitely need some help here. That's going to be a 3 out of 10 at wide receiver. At tight end, you've got David Njoku, which is not bad. I will give you a 5 out of 10 there at tight end. Where were you smelling?
I smell something. I smell some kind of dessert.
Oh. I was like, I thought you were smelling smoke or something. I was like, is the place on fire?
No.
But no,
smell cookies or
it
something.
was just food.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Nice. So your depth, you've got JT Sanders, Jerry Jeudy as your notable depth here, Alec Pierce, and that's about it. So I am going to give you a depth score of a 1 out of 10. Yeah.
Yep.
And your cornerstones at quarterback in a 12-team, Purdy and Tua. That's fair. At running back, you got Brooks. And at wide receiver, we got Zay Flowers, and that's about it. Tight ends, not really going to consider Njoku as a cornerstone quite yet. This is definitely a hard rebuild, in my opinion. Your rookie picks, you've got... actually, oh my goodness, he's got so many rookie picks. Never mind, this might not be a hard rebuild. This is a future value.
Yeah, it's
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 4 extra 25 firsts.
An extra 26 first.
Love it.
Hold on. Okay, hold on. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra 25 seconds. And then
5 extra or 5
5
total?
extra. 6 total. So he owns almost half of the first 24 picks in this year's draft. Yeah, no, this is definitely a future value team. He's done well with this.
Yep.
Now, then the assets you do have here, like Purdy, Tua, I like it. Brooks, I like it. Flowers, Downs, I like it. Like, so I think you've done a pretty good job here. So,
Yep. Rebuild consent scale. Obviously, you're going to be far left, but that's okay. All right, time to move some guys here.
okay, cool. So on the other hand of this, I think that somebody you should maybe potentially
Josh
move
Downs.
is, well, I was going to go Chase Brown, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I think, yes, what's his value at now, Josh Downs?
High.
Well, wide receiver 32. That's really not that bad.
Value equivalent to just happens to be Tua.
Yeah. So who would you pivot to on a rebuild?
Keon. If you were to pivot, if you were to down tier, I guess it's not abysmal right now.
Hold on. We really are that much more confident in Keon than we are Josh Downs. I'm really not. I actually like Josh Downs as much, if not more.
I hate the Colts right now. So
Yeah, but Josh
I am
Downs is
partially
that good.
biased.
Definitely, yeah, that's part of it. Josh Downs is definitely really, really good. Like,
He is very good.
I think he's better than Keon. So I can't justify that one personally.
All right.
So I honestly would think I would
I
hold
agree
Josh
with
Downs
Chase
on this
Brown.
team.
We'll definitely
Let's do Chase Brown. Let's also do
Chase Brown.
Jacoby. It's unfortunate, but I
Yeah.
do think a contender is
Yep.
going to pay a lot for him.
Yep. Let's just get a younger asset there.
Yeah. But you could also, do some of these depth pieces. You could do
Honestly, probably want to move Njoku and Judy.
Njoku, Judy, and Chubb. You could put all three of them. Like, I mean, you can move all those guys for picks or something.
Njoku and Judy. We're just gonna we're gonna pivot. Yeah, that's what we're gonna call it. A pivot. Okay. Time to target some guys.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, this is again. You start with the targets and you work backwards here.
Chase Brown.
So Penix is in that
good.
range.
Yep.
I would go Penix.
I think I would go as a future value. I think I'd go McCarthy here.
Okay, McCarthy. I mean, we can give him Ayuk. Ayuk has lost a lot of value.
Ayuk has lost a ton of
So
value.
I think he's affordable-ish.
Benson is perfect to target if you're moving Jacoby Myers.
Yes.
And then I think Xavier Legette is very, very curious.
He is. He's being used
Very.
questionably because he's only getting, he is the touchdowns for him. Really,
Yep.
it's really the touchdowns. He's not scored in double figures when he's
Yep.
not scored a touchdown this year. So
Yes.
but yeah, I agree. I mean, I think he's a good dynasty asset right now. So
Yeah.
all right. So hold your picks until the draft, but you are going to sell some of your picks. Yeah. I mean, we can cross that bridge when we get there, but for now you're holding, and that's just what you got to do. See my new car? My Camry died, but I bought that, so yeah. I got a good deal, but I'm annoyed. Yeah. Buying a car sucks.
I will say, honestly,
He said, yeah, I mean, I can't draft 20 plus rookies. Dude, you'd be surprised what we see
Yeah,
people do.
yeah.
People draft 20 rookies. I'm not kidding. I mean, people, we have to tell people this.
oops, I accidentally turned to caps.
We get a bad review because they yelled at me in my blueprint.
Wide receiver is by far. Wide receiver is by far your top priority during this short rebuild. Honestly, don't worry too much about running back. And last but not least, unfortunately, after putting Hawkinson on every single blueprint for the last 6 months, he is no longer a buy because everyone loves him.
Yep.
So I can't say that.
Yep.
But, gosh, dude. He was just...
I definitely... We put
he was
down
the easiest value of all time.
He definitely worked to contend next year, no matter what. You can contend next year, absolutely. Under no circumstance should you not be contending next year. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir, yes,
Like I
sir,
said,
yes,
as we get
sir.
closer to the draft, we're going to have even more direction for this team. I think we're going to be able to help you out a lot. You can be in the Discord. If you have sent me a message in the Discord in the last couple of days, sorry, I'm a little bit behind on my messages actually right now, but not on a normal basis when we're not in the middle of the season and I don't have so much going on, we should be able to help you out in the Discord plenty. So appreciate you, man. Thank you for getting a blueprint. And yeah, it looks like you're a member too. So you're going to, I will be sending the rookie draft guide out tonight for all y'all. So he said, are you sure with the team that's in first? Look, I mean, when you're looking, so look,
This is a 12 team, right?
Look. First of all, the team in first, which team are you talking about? Chase and Jets? This team is not even in first. This team is not even in first for value. They're fourth. This team could fall off at any second.
Unfazed.
I'm totally unfazed by this team.
Yeah.
I have seen way more competitive. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Again, you don't ever not contend in a league because of one team.
One team.
It only takes 1 week for you to win.
It's also ironic
all
that
you
he
can
has
do,
Stafford and Baker as his
I know.
top two QBs.
All you can do is Aiden upgraded, by the way. All you can do is put yourself in a position to win a playoff game, because at that point it's luck anyways. The best teams I've ever had, I've seen them lose in the playoffs because it's all luck. So, All right, Hartman, we're gonna wait for you a little bit since these guys submitted first, and then we'll jump over to you here soon. So,
Yep. Dalton's got another.
yeah, he does. It was okay. That's the next one, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, let's do
So
that.
we do Dalton, Aiden Shea, McCurry. Then we do Hartman and Harkin.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right. Dalton, my boy. I don't know how you're not first up here now. I thought you would. I don't know. Maybe you're not. Here, let's go back to the leaderboard. Oh, you're second for November. Who's first? Jesse's first for November. Shout out, Jesse.
Yep.
Shout out to all you guys. Jesse is first for the month, week, and day right now. So Jesse's on top. All right, anyways. I think it's curious to keep track of that. But. All right. One of my favorite teams has only 27 picks, potentially. Look at the freaking top team in this league in the draft capital. Holy crap. Potentially knocking out the number one team tonight as long as Puka gives me 14, which he should. I want to see this guy's draft picks. Good night. Okay. That's kind of funny. I think that's a little bit exaggerated in terms of value. But your team here is chasing victory, and you have the actual team that, has players on it. So we're going to review your team anyways. Yeah, by the way, guys, if you want to get a team blueprint, I'll go ahead and post the link. If you get the annual tier, you get a free team blueprint, and you can upgrade it, get it done live right now. And you also get the rookie draft guide, which is going to be coming out here tonight or tomorrow. If you don't want to do the annual tier and you just want the blueprint, I would recommend getting the freaking annual tier because it's a way better deal and you get all the tools and all that stuff. But there's a direct link to get your team reviewed right now on the stream as well. Like I said, you can get your team reviewed right now on the stream when you get an annual membership with code domain. I would do that. You get the rookie draft guide, the my teams, the trade calculator, the rankings, all the articles, all of it. So I would do that. Our new content releases on the site here are going to be pretty sick. So ready to go?
Chasing victory.
Yep. All right, I'll do the positional rankings for this one. QB. This is going to be a Superflex 12-team start 10, so a start 120 Superflex. He's got Allen, Purdy, and Mac Jones. Allen and Purdy are solid. That's an 8. You don't have a backup here. You'd have a 9 if you did. Running backs, you're going to go Kenneth Walker, Jonathan Brooks, Alvin Kamara, Chase Brown, Aaron Jones, Ramondre Stevenson.
Nice.
You have a blend of guys with insulated value with Walker and Brooks, and then contending assets in Kamara and Aaron
solid
Jones.
7 or 8.
That's
What do you think?
I would honestly, I'd give it an 8.
I'm fine
I'm
with
really,
that.
that's my ideal
can't
running
argue
back
with
room
that.
in a format
Wide
like
receiver,
this.
you got Nico, BTJ, Puka, Jaden Reed, Zay Flowers, Chris Godwin, Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, Demario Douglas, all the way down to what is that, the 9th wide receiver on the team? That's great.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I do too.
That's to me is a 9 out of 10. And then Hawkinson is just going to keep going up in value. I'll give you a modest 7 out of 10 right now because I don't want to freak out yet, but 7 out of 10. And then your depth score right now is going to be Chase Brown, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, who honestly you're starting every single one of those guys over Jonathan Brooks right now. We're just going by value. Good gracious. Good depth. Very good depth.
Yeah,
Godwin waiting to come back. Keon Coleman, Ramondre, Demario this is a 7 or 8 out of 10 and a 12 team. This is great. I'll give you an 8 out of 10. I'll be nice. That's 7 out of 10. Never mind. And at running back, cornerstone guys are going to be Brooks and Walker here. And then at wide receiver, Nico, Puka, BTJ, your top guys. Hawkinson, obviously your cornerstone tight ends. Easily. I got to get myself a Hawkinson jersey, dude. Just thinking about that recently.
Yeah, you're like obsessed.
I have been for literally years.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Time for moves. He's 6-3. First of all, what are his rookie picks looking like? No rookie picks at all.
Yes, he said he only had 27 picks in this one, remember? So that's why it's not going to show anything.
Oh, only had 27 rookie picks.
Yeah.
27 rookie picks. I thought he meant
So he's
like
missing 2 years.
27
No.
rookie picks. I was like, holy
No.
crap.
No, he has 27 picks here, so.
Wow. Okay. So not great over the next couple of years. That's okay because you are hard contending right now. So because of that being the case, I'm going to give you a well-rounded contend. Reload. You do have plenty of cornerstones here, so I'm not super concerned about your outlook in a couple of years, especially given you've got your 27 picks right now. I mean, you're all in, man. All in. This ain't no Jerry Jones all in. This is like an actual all in where
like
you
real.
can actually contend and make a run here and win your league. So first couple moves here, what are we doing?
So, first of all, you're 6-3.
I just want to go upside galore.
This is tough. I mean, it is a start 120, so it's balanced in terms of. I like the running. I don't think I'm making any moves here at the running back position. I am.
Would we move Brooks for another contending piece?
Yeah, you're right. Yes. In terms of your wide receivers, Nico, BTJ, and Puka, I'm actually not opposed to moving BTJ right now. Let me check his price again.
How the turns table?
No, that's just more of a. I think you can get. He's a wide receiver 11. You can get London for him.
Oh my gosh.
I think you pivot to London. Yeah. And if you can't do London, here are some other guys.
Then add some depth on top of BTJ and go get London.
Then, or then down tier to Tyreek Hill or JSN or one of those guys. And I'm not probably DK. Like you got plenty of down tier options as well.
Yeah. Another guy I'll have you move here is. You've got so many young cornerstone assets. You can literally do whatever the frick you want right now. I'll have you move Keon Coleman on this team because he has maintained his value and let's get some consistency here. You're going to have a rebuild team that's very attracted to Keon Coleman and it makes sense. So
yeah,
let's move Keon. Have you gotten any sort of dynasty price gauge on what CMC costs right now?
No.
I've gotten nothing.
I've not even seen him moved.
I have no idea.
There are no buyers for CMC. No, I literally haven't seen anybody trade for him.
Wild. Yeah. So go move Keon and go get Terry. Any other moves here? If you can get a really cheap backup quarterback, just go get Stafford. I would like a little bit of insurance here.
I definitely need a QB3.
I am actually going to give you a backup QB target.
I 100% agree with you. Did you put Terry down?
I did put Terry down.
Okay, cool.
Jacobs, Lemon, Terry.
Yeah, I like that.
You are all the way over contending, my friends.
Yeah, you are a contending team. You don't have any draft capital. And then, I think the main thing, the next 2 years, do everything you can to contend for a championship. You have to. This is what happens when you don't have your picks. Your future is mortgaged. If he wins tonight, he'll be second in points for and second place in standings. Perfect.
Win your league this year next. I will say avoid moving your 27 rookie picks. You have enough value to play with. Keep raising your flex position production upside.
Yeah.
That'll really set you apart from the rest of your league mates.
Yeah, for sure.
And that is a blueprint.
That is blueprint. Dalton, appreciate it. I don't know what number this is. Hopefully you're keeping track, but appreciate it, man.
This is a 12 team. Okay.
All right. And I think Aiden is next. Yeah, Aiden is next. Perfect. All right, and our Griff, I see you've got one in here as well, so you're going to be on our queue. We'll get to you tonight. All the ones in the queue are going to be done tonight, guys. We probably have room for a couple more. So I will go ahead and drop the link again to get, again, your team reviewed now. Or the better thing to do is to get the annual membership and get the free rookie draft guide and stuff like that. So
We're doing Aiden's right now?
they already have the links. Yeah, let's do Aiden's now. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. This is a tiered PPR. It's half a point PPR for running back and a full point PPR for wide receiver. That kind of sucks, honestly. And then 1 point for tight end premium. So it's basically, it's a full point with tight end. Yeah, okay. Man, why do they devalue running back receptions? That sucks. Assuming I'm a heavy contend this year, I'm still interested in this upcoming draft class, and I'm willing to trade my 26 picks for 25 picks. Yeah, let's look at this. I am curious with your willingness to go get picks. Let's look at your team and see if you even have the team to do it. So you're going to be 6th here in value. So let's take a look at your team. You're 5-4. You're going to be 6-4. You said, and this is a dual elite QB build. So looking at, again, you don't have your 25 first. You do have your 26 first. You do have your seconds. So you are going to have to win this year. Here's the thing. I'm gonna start with this. If we can go ahead and put this in the suggestions and comments, just because he asked this question in the comments. I think that if you really like some of these prospects, trade for them right before next season. I wouldn't go out of your way to buy rookie picks on a contending team, because you're just going to end up overpaying for them, especially if you like prospects. There will be buy low opportunities for these prospects. So just be patient and buy the players you want after the landing spots and when they decrease in value, inevitably before next season starts. But like I said, this is a dual elite QB build, and because you are missing your 25 first, we are going to do everything we can here to make you contend. Now, the first thing I'm noticing here is you do have some depth problems. Luckily, we have good value at quarterback, and we can down tier from at least one of these guys and solve some of that. But it's going to be a little bit tough sledding, I think, from a value standpoint, because you're not flush with value. You have some. So dual elite QB, contend, rebuild is what I'm going to go ahead and put on here. I struggle with seeing this roster not go through a rebuild at some point.
Decent amount of cornerstones, though, especially if you down tiers.
Yeah, but 2 of them are running backs and 1 of them is Jaden Reed. So, and he's going to down tier from a quarterback.
Grade him out real quick.
So at quarterback, you've got, yes, it's an 8. It would be a 9 or 10 if you had a QB3. But you do have to be knocked for and a superflex start 120. That's what it's going to be. Kenneth Walker, James Cook, and then nobody. You've got Kareem Hunt, but you just kind of lucked into him being flexible, and Jordan Mason. Really, from a value standpoint, you do still have 2 of the top 12 running backs, but it's it's like 6 or 7. I think those are 2 top 12 backs, but they're not. Yeah, probably it's 6 or 7.
Whoops.
I don't really care. Let's see.
AJ Brown, Jaden Reed, Debo, Darnell Mooney. That's another 6, 5, 6.
Yeah,
probably
that's a 5 or 6. Yeah.
This is almost a well-rounded team, honestly.
It is.
The tight ends are
I don't know.
bad.
I feel like it's dual QB. And
it's a
then
1 out of 10.
Yeah, that's not good. He's got Gesicki, who's been startable at points. So from a contending standpoint, he might be a 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So definitely, you have to down tier. In fact,
I'm down tiering from both of them.
I'm down tiering from both of them. Well, you are just reading my mind. Yeah, no, I think you have to on this team. I mean, to me, no doubt. So where do we really want to patch this team up? Honestly,
Wide receiver.
that's what I think too, and running back depth. So wide receiver, honestly, it's depth across the board.
This is where I would pay for a tight end too, honestly.
Really? I was thinking to tell him to go get Ingram.
I mean, that's paying for a tight end.
Okay, well then yes, that's what I mean. If that's what we mean, then yes. I think Ingram is a target for sure. So if we can put him down, I definitely think we need to put him down. There are going to be multiple trade targets for this team because you are going to have to make some bigger moves here. In terms of the quarterbacks, can you put 2 targets in one thing? Can you do like target / Nah, that sucks. Okay.
Because logos.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Ingram at tight end.
Sorry, depth real quick.
It's like a 1 at
Ray
best.
Davis. Kareem
He doesn't
Hunt.
have a lot of depth. That's really the main issue with this team.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't really
He
have.
is Mooney.
Yeah.
But
So I would go for quarterbacks, who you're going to be targeting here. I would go Brock Purdy and Drake May. Those are 2 guys I would like to target on this team. If you need some other guys, for a QB3 especially, Kirk Cousins, Matthew Stafford are all going to be guys I would target.
I'll put those in the suggestions and comments.
Yeah.
Other QB targets.
Because you really need to kind of revamp your QB room here. I don't like that all your value is tied up in quarterback when you are contending without your picks this year.
Stafford. Cousins. Is there anyone else in that range that we like? I feel like there's one more guy. That
Bo Nix has moved up too far.
Ah, frick.
Like, that's the thing. Bo Nix is no longer going to be like a shoe and trade target because he's
Tua
now.
is actually still pretty cheap.
I got Tua really cheap, and he's still the QB 19. Yeah, perfect.
I'll put him on there.
Yep, I like that.
And actually, well, Dak doesn't do anything for you now, but for the future.
Bo Nix right now in Keep Trade Cut is projected as a 5th round pick, early 5th. So that's pretty high. He's jumped up in value about 2 or 3 rounds.
Yeah. All right, wide receiver targets here. Oh, wait. One other guy to trade.
I honestly would think about Jaden Reed on this team too. I like that he's Mooney.
Yep.
Honestly,
Me
we think
too.
about.
I love that he has Mooney. Whoops, wrong one. All right.
All right, let's
The
go
down tier from Jaden Reed.
in terms of wide receiver. I mean, let's put London down. He's going to be downturning from his quarterbacks.
Yep.
You can put London on here. I can't believe he's still a trade target. It's wild to me. It makes no sense.
It is crazy.
Other receivers, though, honestly, I guess I could see a pretty good case to keeping Jaden Reed on this team, to be honest with you.
Terry is going to continue to be perfect.
Terry
for
is perfect
teams
for
like
this
these.
team, yes.
How is rookie picks here? No 25
He doesn't have any
first.
25 picks. Or he has 25 second. He doesn't have his for 25
25
first.
first.
Receiving room, I don't know. We could tell him to go buy low on Mike Evans right now. If he can get that deal done really quickly.
I'll put those in the comments.
Let me...
if you can get
I'm going to look 2 and 7
Evans
teams.
at a discount
Jeez, this is...
before he comes back.
That's going to be tough. May is on a rebuild here. But, I mean...
Do it.
Jacob said that's an insane number of tight ends. It is. He does have a lot of tight ends.
That's what happens when you stream tight end.
All right, Cody, I'll take a look and we'll get you in here, man. I'm just looking at the receivers on some of these bad teams. 1 and 8. Here we go. Okay, these are solid.
Also, target tight end.
So these rebuilds are doing a pretty decent job, to be honest with you. Do we want to put some running back targets on here, or you already have your targets? Honestly, he is going to need some running back depth here. So for your running back depth, I'll just go ahead and tell you since you got a live review, and I'm going to give you advice in this form of live review. Running back depth, I would go as cheap as you can. Aaron Jones, guys like that. James Conner to round out your Kenneth Walker, James Cook room.
Let's do this.
We're giving this guy a lot of trade targets, but the thing is, you need to make a lot of moves on this team.
RB and wide receiver targets.
You need to make a lot of moves on this
All
team.
right, go for a list. Evans, Ingram. Hawk, I can't help myself. Just kidding, not really. Evans, Ingram, Jones. Who else did you say? Connor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I said so.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Rebuild contend all the way over, almost. Yeah, you're all the way over. You have to win. You got to compete at least. You got to keep that pick from being high.
Yeah, I mean, again, lots of moves you got to make here. I think you got to make a lot of trades, but I think you can do it.
These QB down tiers are going to give you some big names.
I think
really
you'll get some good value here with them. So
you'll be chilling here. Honestly, I mean, big name running backs too, with these down tiers. He's going to get some good guys here.
Yeah. All right, appreciate you, Aiden. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll be sending that over here in the next day or two. Just want to check it, but Jesse said, looking for trade targets.
This was a 12 team, right?
Yeah, it was. And so this is Jesse asking for trade targets. You get a couple more trade targets. Look, here's what I would do, Jesse. Do a 1.0. We'll do what we just did, and or 1.0 live. Oh, actually, you know what? I think for trade targets, I would do a 2.0. So I think you should stick with the 2.0 and just have us send you that one here in a couple days. So I think that's what you want anyway. So I think that's what I would do. So appreciate it. All right.
Next up is Mercury.
Hey,
M-Cure.
I don't see a super message from you, Cody. Nothing. There's no super message here from somebody with your username Smoothie. So you might double check that it went through. I don't see it here.
What did he say? His username was?
Smoothie.
I'm gonna check complete since
they disappeared.
Since they disappear.
But we'll check and make sure we don't have it.
Give me 1 second.
One thing, Aqua Baby. I'm assuming you're watching the show. What's up? It looks like you bought a 1.0. If you want a live review, you'll have to buy the live review option. And if you want to just upgrade and you don't want to go through that process again, then you can just do a $10 super chat and then we'll do yours, if that makes sense. So let me know if you have any questions about that. But he says it's under completed. Was it Arcan? No. No. This is Cody's. This is Smoothie.
Oh, he's.
Will you check it?
That's so bizarre.
I don't know what the frick is happening.
Yeah. I'll double check.
Glad we can see those.
Yeah.
That's helpful.
So he wants his pulled.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a while.
Oh my gosh.
Keep talking.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, Aqua Baby, just let me know if you want to upgrade that one. Just send in a super chat and we'll do it live. But got to do the live one for that. So. All right.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. Twice. It did that twice. Isn't that weird?
That's
it's like
really weird.
It's treating it like
he says he clicked complete on accident. You can do that?
I did not know that.
Oh, we need to fix that. You guys need to not be able to do that.
Yeah.
So. You're good, man. Yeah, we'll pull it over. Will you pull that one over real quick?
Yep. What's his username? I just saw it. Yeah.
So we do have a non-sleeper league here.
Did Aqua Baby want alive?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Let us know, Aqua Baby.
Yeah, Aqua Baby, if you're watching, you want to upgrade this to a live, let me know.
Hello, Smoothie. We are polling you.
Yeah, and we'll get to yours here in a minute. So we'll go Curry's, and then we're going to go Hartman, Arkin, and then jump back down here and do Argriff, and then Aqua Baby if he wants it. For this one, are you doing a synopsis?
I think I'm just going to... No, I'm just going to put the names in.
They take forever. There's a ton of names here. Look at this roster. Gosh, you can't.
Okay. I'm going to need you to do this while I'm scribing.
Okay. Do what?
Scribing. Synopsis.
You need me to... Oh, yeah.
You need to talk to me while I'm writing down.
I know what you mean. Okay. So this is new version 1, version 2, version 3. Okay, so surely you left some notes for me here. Because what does this mean? Let me know. I'm assuming you're in the comments, M. Curry. Let me know. Tight end is PPR, and the rest positions are more like half PPR. Looking to rebuild. Team hasn't performed consistently. So he said, don't worry about defense, special teams, and head coach. So what does this mean? What are the versions? Which one is yours? He said, don't worry about the other 3 here.
Is this a 12 team?
This is a... he didn't put in his settings, it looks like.
Let us know what the...
Yeah, let us know what your settings are.
Yeah.
So we'll need those. Those are lineups you can use. I see. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so 2 QBs from the same team.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 head coach.
Yeah, he said ignore defense, special teams, head coach,
Gotcha.
ignore. So,
Oh,
so he can either start.
is this a start 7?
So 1, 2,
3,
3,
4,
4, 5,
6,
6, 7, and the kicker. So yeah, start 7.
It's a start 7.
So and it's a 14 team. That's why.
14.
Okay. So, okay. So you can either start 2 running backs or 2 tight ends, or you can start 4 wide receivers. And he said it's like a half point PPR, and the tight ends are a full point PPR. So that's not enough of a tight end bonus for me to ever start this version. Honestly, if this were me, I'd be starting the 2 running back, 3 wide receiver pretty much every single week, unless I have really crazy wide receivers. So we're gonna take a look at it. So I don't know which one. Oh, he said ignore kicker too. Yeah. So I don't know which one you want to do here. Like this is you can put the starting lineup in as whatever. I'll look at it. Let's take a look at his team first. So Darnold, Mullins, Dobbins, Downs, Waddle.
Definitely starting 2 tight ends every week.
Oh, in this case, I think you
If possible.
are. Yeah.
Is
Well,
that an
he
option?
can. Remember, that's an
Yeah.
option. That's what I'm saying. You can, but you then you
That'll
can
be what we're
do.
doing.
But then that's no running back.
Well, let's see how many running backs he has.
Well, why does it say running back here?
Dobbins.
No, I know, but in this version, you can't start a running back.
Correct.
So that's why I'm confused. But he doesn't. So you would. The problem is if you start 2 tight ends here, you have to start 3 wide receivers. Who are his receivers? Right now, his starting wide receivers are Downs and Waddle. And then you've got Dion on the bench. You got Down, take Calvin Ridley and Xavier. That's not a very good tight end. I would be.
What's your record?
And here are his picks. Yeah, what is your record? Let
This
me
looks
know.
like a future value team to me. With his
He said
rookie
you can
picks.
also use a running back. Okay. Yeah, let me know what your record is. Okay, so in a 14 team, Darnold, it has to be the same team, right? So this is the Vikings quarterback room. That's like a 6 in a dynasty league. He's 3-6 right now. Oh, he also has the Dolphins quarterback room as well. So that's a 7 or 8.
Who does he have at quarterback?
He's got the Vikings room, Darnold and Mullins, and then he's got the one of the better offenses, and then Tua and Thompson. So it's probably a 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And he
He has
has
McCarthy too.
but he might be on IR. Got Reichert on IR. I don't think he has
He does
McCarthy.
not have McCarthy.
So that
that's
sucks. Let's give him a 6. And then at running back, you've got Dobbins, Benson, Estime, Bucky Irving, Brian Robinson. For dynasty purposes, it's like a 5 or 6.
14 team starts 7. So again, it's still probably treat it like a
6.
12 team.
Said McCarthy's on another team's taxi, so that makes sense.
Okay.
6 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a 14 team. Wide receiver, Waddle, Downs, Deontay, Ridley, Worthy. For a 14 team, that's still probably a 4 or 5. Downs and Waddle are his top 2 guys. He's got some solid depth. It's probably a 4 or 5. It's a 5.
Okay.
And then tight
is
end is a 10. Yeah, so he's got great tight ends. So. All right, in terms of your build here,
What are his rookie picks?
he's got 4 25 firsts, including his own, I believe.
4 25 firsts. No second.
Yeah.
Did he ever let us know what his record is right now?
He's 3-6.
3-6.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a future value team / what do you think, a 1-year reload?
Yeah, I think probably a 1-year
future.
reload.
They're right by each other.
So because then we're gonna have some pretty clear sell targets here. So
Okay. So a reload.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then what I would do on this team. He said he doesn't have his own 25 first, but he's got 4 other people's. How do those project, Matthew? They project early, late. What do you think? Mix. I think since you're going to do we're going to project you to be a 1-year reload here. You're going to sell some guys. Dobbins, number 1, pretty easily.
For just pivot.
Yeah, Darnold and Mullins. That's been a pretty solid room. I don't know. Maybe in a 14-team league you can get something for those guys. I would think so, but
Who?
Darnold and Mullins, the quarterback room.
Yeah, I'd just move Darnold straight up.
Well, but you have to start 2 QBs from the same team, so you'd move them as a package.
Oh, you have to start him from the same team?
Yes.
That's funny.
He has Andy Reid too. That's sick. Honestly, I would play in a format where I could have Andy Reid on my fantasy team.
How do you get fantasy points for a coach?
You don't. He said ignore it.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
So who are we moving off of Darnold and Nick Mullins for? Like what concepts?
I mean, I would
just
probably
pivoting?
just go. I would go wide receiver there. I mean,
So
yeah,
wide-
you probably
so
do have to
wide
get another
receiver.
quarterback room. Maybe, I don't know, Atlanta's or something like that is one I would target.
I mean, they have Tua.
Yeah. Too late, too mid, 25 first. So those, which I still think this is a future value team. He's got Kevin Stefanski on IR. I like Trey Benson. Estimate Irving. I like your Brian Robinson and Calvin Ridley are both guys I would move here.
Yeah. So I'll put them together, and that would just be
Successful challenge flags and 4th down attempts. That's funny.
younger assets. All right. So our 4 targets here for this build.
Yeah, since this is gonna be a 1-year reload, we're gonna go Brandon Ayuk here. We're gonna go JJ McCarthy. Well, actually, you can't really go. I mean, I think you have. So I'm assuming you have to target. I think if you keep that quarterback room, you should definitely go get JJ McCarthy. But Ayuk, Rashee Rice are 2 guys right away. You've already got Trey Benson. Jonathan Brooks could be a guy you could go get for next year. But honestly, you need wide receivers. So let me think of wide receivers. Leggett is a good one. Godwin is a good one. Yeah.
Any running back target here? He already has Benson, right?
Yes.
We'll give him a quarterback target here. I'll just give him Kirk Cousins. He'll get the idea.
Yep. And he's watching. So.
Yep.
All right. Your depth score. It's for a rebuild. It's probably a 2 or 3. In a 14-team league, it's probably a 3 or 4. Honestly, you've got decent depth.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to lean rebuild here. And then
Reload.
Yeah, suggestions and comments. I would say in a PPR league, make sure you're prioritizing your wide receivers. A little bit more than you are now, I think. Also, another suggestion comment from me, hold your 25 first till the draft.
You'll want to shop 1 or 2 for a proven asset with value installation around then. Stick with your top 2 tight ends. No need to move them
Yeah.
in this format.
All right. Yeah, and that's it. So, all right. Appreciate you, Matthew. Feel free to ask follow-up questions in the Discord. But, yeah, interesting league for sure. That was really interesting.
Very interesting league.
All right. I think now we go to Hartman.
We'll go up to, Hartman.
All right. Oh, took over this team this season. It's not a bad team, honestly. That's pretty good. So
Did Aqua Baby ever say anything?
no, so you can move him over. Okay. And I don't have a super chat from him. So
Okay.
all right. Yeah, thank you, man. All right, Hartman. TE Phone Home is your team name. You said, hey, guys, it's a 12-team league in its first year. I don't think I have a shot at playoffs, despite my team being in the top 2 or 3 in projected points at the beginning of most weeks. I'm looking to sell some players with hopes of contending in 2025. So looking basically at a 1-year reload is what you might be looking at here.
He also said it's probably worth noting that Radcliffe and less than Magic Mike don't respond to any trade offers. So they're not likely candidates to reach a deal with.
Perfect. Okay. So this is, again, TE Phone Home. You're going to be right here in the middle. 7th in our power rankings. And then, yeah, let's take a look. Again, this is a 12-team Superflex start 10, so start 120 total. Dynasty, this is what we're used to. This is our bread and butter. Let's give it a shot. So, Hurts, Dak, and Jones is still like a 7 in my opinion. It just sucks that you lost Dak for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But from a value standpoint, you still got some value in Dak.
Jacobs, Mondre, Benson, Spears, Chase Brown, and Tracy.
That's pretty solid.
That's pretty solid. That's a solid like 6.
Yeah. Neighbors, Hill, Olave, Jacoby Myers, Jalen Tolbert, Jermaine Burton, Juju.
5.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 6. But
Okay.
Malik, yeah.
Kraft and Ott, I'll give that a 7.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Our depth here is looking like, well, rip, I got to switch out Dak here and go with Daniel Jones. 2 and 7. I'll keep Dak in there then because we're going to be rebuilding.
Yeah.
What are the rookie picks looking like here?
It doesn't look like he's his
No
25 first, so that sucks. So we're just going to have to down tiers, get some firsts.
Yeah.
I think you just...
Rip.
Do you, in a situation like this, do you down tier from Hurts?
Yes.
Okay, let's do
You
it.
got a down tier from everyone possible.
I think you put 25 picks as a target for sure because I think I want to do down tiers for picks here. Jacobs and Chase Brown, you moving both of them?
Throw Benson on here. That was Benson. Throw Kraft on there as well. Who did you say add?
Should he be trading Chase Brown and Josh Jacobs here?
Yes.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. What do you think about Hill?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Hill and Myers.
Probably Hill and Myers both. Yep. Okay. Rishi Rice, Brandon Ayuk for this team.
What's our future value?
Yep.
Well, actually,
It's a 1-year reload.
when I
Technically.
reload. Yeah. Depth, real quick. We got Daniel Jones, Chase Brown, Tracy, Kmet Ott, and
It's not bad.
Myers. It's like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so target time. Let's get all the best possible wide receivers we can, man.
Yeah.
It's wide receiver time.
Okay.
Wide receiver,
Can do
wide
London.
receiver. You're set with Kraft and Ott,
Rice,
obviously.
Ayuk, London. Are those too expensive?
Not with a Jalen Hurts down tier.
That's what I think too.
And I will give you QB down tier targets in the suggestions and comments. We're going to want to go high end. I'll go high end to low end just so you get an idea of who we're looking for. We're looking for guys like Purdy. We're looking for guys like Goff, Lawrence, as low as Nix, May, McCarthy. Any of those guys I'm comfortable with you targeting.
And for suggestion and comment, we put target picks and down tiers. So we're down tiering to picks plus players.
To get some guaranteed value upside.
Yeah.
Continue to prioritize value upside and insulation at wide receiver, at quarterback and wide receiver this offseason.
Yep.
Tight ends is fine, honestly. And RB can wait.
Yeah.
1 year reload.
Yeah.
Let's make this quick since you don't have a rookie pick
Yeah, I was going to say.
in 2025. So,
And definitely hold on your rookie picks from now on. So,
yep.
all right. Appreciate you. We'll send that over here in the next couple days, but looking good. And again, it's going to be a 1 year reload. So,
That was a.
all right. Let's answer our trade question here from Mitchell.
Man.
Mitchell says he's going to be. This is a Christian McCaffrey trade here. Getting CMC for Moss, 26 first and second. I mean, frick, if it's going to win you the league, just take Chris McCaffrey there. If you're really a contender and you think that, I mean, I would take this. In a 10-team start 8, upsides everything, I would take this deal.
Let's make sure.
So, yep, I'm doing this. I'm taking Christian McCaffrey here. That's a solid price for him. All right. Let's do Arcane now. I'll give Nathan a second to catch up with me.
Radcliffe. Okay, we're good.
Okay. And then,
What are we on, Arkin?
yep. Hey, look, we're doing a team review for Alex tonight.
Save, copy, Command C.
Nice.
Clear.
Looks like Alex got his renewal.
Nice.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, that should be alive, right? I'll check on that one.
What? What do you want me to check?
I'm checking it, so you're good. We can, once you're ready for this, we can do Arcans.
Okay.
Arcans is actually. Oh, he upgraded it. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Okay, Alex is alive. Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect. You said it's a pretty tight playoff race. Feel my team is strong and have decent longevity. Was curious if I should trade off the seconds for more playoff weapons. Good question.
Perfect.
We'll check this out.
All right, so this is TB Made Me. You're going to be first in our power rankings here, expecting a good team, 5-4. Let's get into it. Looks like, oh my God, you got crazy QBs. That's a 10 at quarterback pretty easily.
Oh, wow.
That's a 10.
Nice.
Hall,
Number one move, down tier from Mahomes.
yeah, so Hall, Kamara, Swift, Tracy. That's really solid. Hall and Kamara alone get you a 6. Swift probably gets you to a 7.5.
What did Brees do this last week?
I would say this is probably that's borderline 8. Who?
Oh, my gosh, dude. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the touchdown upside is lacking.
Everything's lacking.
Yeah.
Everything is.
So what are you going to give it, a 7 then?
Holy moly.
Yeah, let's go 7 for running backs here.
Yeah. Well, he has Tracy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's pretty solid.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm good with either 7 or 8.
Yeah. Wide receivers a 9.
Jefferson, Neighbors, Rice, Hill, Pickens. Yeah, that's a 9 by itself. And then Jacoby Myers and Wicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
end.
Komet Otten. That's like
That's
a
a 3 or
5
4.
now. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Do a 4.
All right. Yes, this is a really good team. Okay.
Okay, so no 25 first, extra 25 second.
Yep, that's correct.
I've become a pro at reading it in that way.
Yeah, you have. My gosh. I can't freaking do it. All right, sounds good, Alex. We should have time to do it tonight, I think. So. All right.
Wow. Okay. Move number 1. We are down tiering from Mahomes and we are down tiering from Stroud.
Yeah.
Those are 2 different moves. Nothing against them, but it is slightly against them. If you're going to hold that much value at the quarterback position, you could choose just to move off of one if you wanted.
That's
to.
what I was going to
You have Mix
recommend.
and
I think what
Prescott.
I would do is I would just pivot off of one to a different position and hold one of them.
Pivot straight up.
Yeah. I would
Yeah.
pivot straight up from Mahomes and keep Stroud, Nix, and Prescott as my quarterback room. It's a great value in sleep quarterback room. Next year, if Nix rises in value enough, you down tier again.
So, which elite wide receiver we're going to target?
Geez, he doesn't really need wide receiver is the thing. Like, okay, well, first
He
of all,
does have a lot of.
first of
he does
all-
have a lot of flexibility. He's also starting 2 tight ends.
he's starting 2 tight ends.
Starting
Okay, so
2
he
tight
needs.
ends. Like literally, you have to start. 2
Is it a
tight
start
ends.
11? Oh, it's a start 12. Okay, so
This is
but
a 10,
okay, this is a
10
it's a
team
10
start
team,
12, so it literally is treated like a 12 team because of you're starting 12.
How? I don't understand. Hold on.
Fascination station.
Because he has 4 quarterbacks is why. That's what again.
So this is around what the starting lineup is going to look like on a week-to-week basis.
Because because he can't start Rashee Rice right now.
You can't start Rashee Rice, so you are currently right now forced to start, which is not bad, Tyron Tracy and or Jacoby Myers every single week.
Yeah.
I'll put Myers in there right now. Still, even with the injuries that you struggle with, you have great depth. You got Tracy sitting on your bench. You've got Rashee Rice who's going to come back. You got Wicks. You got Dak. You got Bo Nix.
I think you plug Tracy in his starting lineup before Otton.
Yeah.
He's not technically starting 2 tight ends every week. I think that's what I thought.
No, there are 2 starting tight end spots.
Oh, shoot.
Yes.
That's wild. Okay, I see. Okay, in that case, put Kittle on here.
Yep. Agreed.
I was thinking about that anyways, and I wasn't going to do it because I'm like, he can get by with Otton, but, Kittle's... I'm going to do it. We need another, like, elite, productive wide receiver.
Who do we want to...
Wide receiver's gross right now. You could potentially sell Rice to a rebuild. I told you I sold Rice not too long ago. Again,
no, I didn't know that.
I sold him for Ladd McConkey in a first on a contending team. So I was like,
it's actually not bad.
I think I did it with Corey.
Yeah, that's not bad. Production. It's a mutually beneficial move.
Yeah. I got the value inflation too. I was happy with it.
Do we want to up tier from Dontavion Wicks and Jacoby Myers, or do we want to keep that?
I like Jacoby for a flex spot.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think. Honestly, it's a really good team.
You've got Tracy. I don't want you to move Tracy.
Do you down tier from Brees?
Yeah.
And then you go to somebody who's producing as much as Brees or more, Kyron Williams?
Yes. So we've got Kyron Williams and George Kittle.
Okay, he did say, who were the 2 teams he said you couldn't trade with?
That was the last
one. Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully we avoided those. Let me look at some of the losing.
I checked, and
okay, good.
We got lucky. So
losing teams here. Saquon is on a 2-17.
Oh wow!
I'd put Saquon on there. I would just go get Saquon from this guy, no matter what.
Saquon.
So
Kyron and or Saquon. Let's give him a wide receiver to target here as well. Zay.
Yeah, that works.
Kyron, Saquon, Zay Flowers, and George Kittle.
So definitely going to be leaning contend here.
Definitely leaning contend.
He's 5-4. I think he's going to be 6-4.
What is his 25 first? Oh, this is dual elite QB, obviously.
Yeah.
Contend, reload. I will stick with contend, reload for now. You have phenomenal wide receiver room. So
yeah.
I will say this. Explore offers for Pickens and see what you can get. I mean, he's honestly a great flex option for you right now, so I'm not saying that it's pressing that you move off of him, but I am curious how he would be valued in your league.
Yeah, you could try. Definitely hold on to your future picks, though. Like anything
Don't
past this year.
trade any more future rookie picks outside of your 25 second.
Yeah. Definitely make sure you maintain solid depth in this league.
Especially with the injuries.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Arcan.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And yeah, we're going to send this over to you in the next day or two. Just make sure we got it all nice and pretty for you. But all right, this is going to be the Panhandle Pirates here, so you're 5th in our power rankings. Made a few moves since the last blueprint. You sent Zay Flowers and Jones for JSN and Pacheco. I'm assuming that's Daniel Jones. Ridley and Jameis for Hunt in a 27 second.
Jones, right?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see in a second.
Yeah, so Ridley and Jameis for Hunt in a 27 second. Okay, Mason Jennings, Jordan Mason, Juwan Jennings in a 26-second and got Kittle Sutton in a 27-second. Adams Hawk in a 27-third for Ricky Pearsall at 2 seconds. League's super tight right now, thinking I could sneak in the playoffs. Oh, okay, so you're actually looking to sneak in the playoffs. You're 3-6. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
All right, I'll let you start with positionals.
Okay. Mahomes, Drake May, and Geno. And Cooper Rush. In a Superflex 12 team, Mahomes, May, and Geno, I think, is a solid 7 pushing 8. I'll be conservative and give you a 7.
Yeah, let's do 7 for now.
Running back, you got Saquon, Kyron, Aaron Jones, and Kareem Hunt.
It's really solid.
Holy moly.
That's a
So
8.
7 or 8. Wide receiver, you got London Flowers,
He
Jaden
says
Reed,
pick-wise,
Devontae
I have a
Adams.
26 first and 2 and second and 27 first and third. So that makes sense.
Sorry,
Yeah,
what?
that adds up. His picks are, he's got a 26 first and second and a 27 first and third. So he's missing his 25 picks, I think.
No 25 rookie picks.
Yeah. So in that sense, you do have to win. Are you going to be? Are you winning this week? Are you going to win this week? Going to 4-6? Let me know.
Let us know, actually.
That's big.
He's got Hawk and Kittle. That's a 10. Wide receiver, let's grade it out. London Flowers, Reed, Devontae Adams, Christian Kirk, Sutton, Tank Dell. 7.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Not bad.
And then Kittle, Hawkinson.
That's a 10.
Yeah.
This is a well-rounded team. Contend.
He's got a 27
Reload?
first. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with it.
His
He's 4-6,
depth
so he won this week.
currently,
Congratulations.
depth is Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Tank Dell, Cortland Sutton are his top depth pieces. That's a
Solid. Yeah, that's 6 or 7.
That's a 6. Yeah, that's pretty good, dang good. Wow. Because this is a start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Start 9, 12
12
team,
team.
so it's a little bit more
Man, you
upside.
got some nice
friendly.
upside here.
Yeah. So maybe he is continuing this year. I
I
mean,
want to up tier from a couple guys. It's risky, but I mean, it's risky already because he doesn't have any rookie picks for 2025, so he's kind of going to win. Hello, Hawkinson and Kittle. You're both going in as cornerstones. Thank you very much. Okay. First move. Pivot from Mahomes to a Russian QB.
yeah, if you can, it would have to be Kyler. You got to move.
Who owns Pacheco? Where is he? Of course, it's gonna be the last place you look.
Last one.
Literally 3-6. Dang it! I was gonna say if he was a contending team, you could move Kareem Hunt, but
Yeah, no, probably not. He said this team could be 6-4, but the Ravens' onside kick failure and White scoring lost me a week, and Mahomes throwing the Saints interception lost me a week.
wow.
That sucks. Yeah, so you're gonna be fine. What's your points for? Let me know, or your max points for? Let me know. Traded Pacheco away to Jabroni, so he traded Pacheco actually.
Cool.
Who do we want to move here? Reed or Flowers? I feel like you have to go higher upside from those two guys.
Yeah. I mean, Jaden Reed, I would just straight up go for consistency.
I would get London for one of those guys if you can. Try to get to London. Frick me. That's right.
AJ Brown.
Yes. Thank you. Same vein.
This is the same thing. Can we move? Can we move like Sutton and Devontae Adams and up tier somehow?
Sutton and Adams.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out a way to upgrade his flex spots because you have to start London, Saquon, and Kyron every week. We just addressed quarterback. Tight end, you've got Hawkinson and Kittle. You have to start both of those guys every single week, and they do have decent upside. I mean, we're really looking at this and that, technically.
Yeah.
Should we package Flowers with another guy and upgrade
you
again
could.
to another elite asset?
Like, who do you go for, though?
Zay Flowers and Devontae Adams for freaking, like...
I mean, you're getting up to
Puka
or Nico. Nico's an upside guy.
I'd go Nico.
Let's try to get Nico. And then did you put... You didn't even put... I put in suggestions and comments. I'd shop one of these two tight ends. I'd shop Kittle. I mean, or Hawkins. I don't even care.
Let's just get him another affordable running back to target.
Connor.
James Conner, yeah. What did you say in the suggestions and comments?
Shop one of your tight ends. You got 2 elite tight ends here. I'd probably...
It's not a tight end premium, is it? No.
No.
Shop one of your tight ends. See what you can get. Honestly, with you needing to contend as much this year, I would probably move Hawkinson before I move Kittle because Kittle is just ridiculous upside.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't trade any more future rookie picks. You have enough assets to play with.
Yep.
And last but not least, really focus on upgrading your starting asset production upside, specifically at the flex positions.
He did say he's 3rd in points for and 1st in max points for, so he's just been really unlucky. It's a good team. So yeah, just hang in there, but I think, you can solidify that team, but you're just going to go for it this year, so. Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Thank you, R. Griff. You're one of our boys. Let us know what questions you have in the Discord, and you can obviously always DM me, but I'll let you wrap that one up. And then we're going to go to Smoothie next.
Smoothie. And
team name Smoothies. It's going to be 5th in our power rankings in a 12-team league, sorry. 12-team start 8. There's a clear guy that has literally twice the value as everybody else here. He's 9-0, and oh my Lanta. How did you guys let that happen? He has no depth, but it's a 12-team start 8, so it doesn't even freaking matter. Look at this.
Wow.
That is the most top-heavy team I've ever seen in my life.
Jeez.
He has 2 of the top 4 quarterbacks, the top 3 running backs, 3 of the top 4 wide receivers, and the top tight end, and Laporta. How did this guy get this team? You guys are going to have a tough time contending with that guy. I'm just going to let you know. This guy, if he did a couple down tiers, he would run that league forever. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's go to your team now.
Smoothie.
He said, tell me about it. Yeah, all right.
You want to read his comments?
Yeah.
My league is transitioning. This is important. My league is transitioning to a super flex in 2025 and is very top heavy. Top team in our league is insanely stacked. I'm 4-4 and having trouble moving off my old guys like Kelsey and Adams. I'm in a weird spot where I'll probably make the playoffs, but don't know if I have the firepower to win it all. Go back up to that top guy.
This is like ruined the league.
So
economy.
Bijan's producing, Gibbs is producing, Brees is not producing. Neighbors has been disappointing the last month and a half.
This team's beatable.
CeeDee Lamb is honestly, his ceiling is massively capped.
Massively capped.
With Dak being out.
And with Jerry Jones not putting curtains
Laporta
on the
is not startable, and Brock Bowers has actually taken a hit as Vegas self-implodes.
Did you see that?
CJ Stroud is a QB2. So he has all the value.
He doesn't have the production.
You actually, we'll see.
So
he has a chance.
Let's look at some of these.
He absolutely has a chance.
Let's look at some of these teams. Brown, Pollard, all these guys, like I would go get
Yep.
all these contending assets. Again, this is going to be a start 96, so a little bit more upside heavy here, and you do have Kyron Williams and Josh Jacobs, but definitely like snagging those guys. Chase Brown has plenty of upside right now, as we've seen the last couple weeks. Looking at some of the other rebuilding teams here. Yeah, this guy's team sucks. I don't think I'd take any of these guys from him. Connor, maybe I would take. Yeah, Aaron Jones. Connor and Aaron Jones are good targets here. So, and I would send out Blake Corum for those guys. Kendra Miller. Yeah. Okay. Again, this is a 1 QB. You've got Kyler. You're starting him.
Team names, movies.
I would just hold on to Pat Mahomes until you get to Superflex and then trade him after that. You can just let him sit on your bench for this year. I don't think anybody's going to give you anything for him.
Okay, what'd you say?
That was not a. That was not.
What do you think? Is that a 9 out of 10 at QB?
Oh, yeah, I know 1 QB. Yes.
And a 12 team?
Yes.
Transitioning to Superflex, I would treat it like a 2 QB.
Okay, well then that's probably a 9. Running back is probably a 7, 6. Doesn't have any. He has hardly any depth there.
At running back,
Yeah.
Kyron and Jacobs. Yeah.
So whatever you think there.
He's the top third of the league, so 6 at minimum. Nico Rasheed, Waddle, Devonta Smith, Adams.
It's unfortunate that Adams didn't break out for him.
That is also a 7.
Yeah, and then Kelsey Hill is a 7.
A 7.
Yeah, it's a 7s. It's a well-rounded team, don't you think?
I kind of want to treat it as a dual elite QB. Just call it that because he's going to get in a 12
When is the
team
transition?
next year,
Okay.
like this offseason.
Yeah, sure.
I'll brand you a dual elite QB. Same 3-year outlook though.
Yeah.
What are his rookie picks here? He's got his first, 26 first, so no 25 second.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
He's got a lot of upside here.
You're contending this year, dude, and you do have a lot of upside.
You got to move Waddle and Rasheed Rice, both of them.
Yep.
And you got to go get productive wide receivers, high upside wide receivers here.
Okay, so you're right. He is moving Blake Corum. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, he is.
I'll just say contending RB.
Okay, this guy has Debo and Puka. I think both of those guys are good targets for his team.
Mm-hmm. If you're moving Rasheed and you are moving Waddle, Puka is attainable if you want to up tier there.
Yeah, and I would also just put Debo for upside.
Where's Waddle? Yeah, I found him. Any other guys that we want to move here? He said he's having trouble moving Devontae Adams. Just hold him.
This guy's team is really good too.
You're gonna have
hold Adams for sure.
What?
Hold Adams. I agree.
You're gonna have some rebuilders that are interested in one of your quarterbacks because of the Superflex transition. They're just gonna want to load up on value a little bit. If you can salvage anything for Will Levis or Russell Wilson, just do it. I'll put both of those guys on here as guys that you can just move off of. Contending running backs, literally anything that's going to contribute to you competing this year. I would totally do that. And I will put Connor on here as a target, and I'll put Aaron Jones on here as a target.
Perfect.
Rasheed Rice and Jalen Waddle production. So yeah, suggestion, leverage your rebuilding league mates into offloading production at a discount.
Yeah, I would definitely hold all your picks though. This is going to be a tough team to compete in. You might end up finishing 7th in this league. So
And final suggestion.
Yeah, I would tell him to hold Devontae Adams through this season. I would let him die in your roster, honestly. At this point, I would let Devontae Adams die in your roster. I think there's no point in trying to sell him. So
He'll be undervalued till he retires.
yes, he will. All right, Smooth. Appreciate you, man. Let's wrap this thing up with one of Alex's teams. So, thanks, Cody. Appreciate you, man. And pop in the Discord. Let us know how it's going. Ask questions where you got them. We'll send this over to you the next day or two with the final blueprint. But
I never gave him a depth score, by the way.
yeah, Coop, you can do a trade question if you submit it on the site. Yeah, we've got time for that
Pretty
for
solid
sure.
for a 12 team. Download.
So, Alex, this is championship hangover for you. Said, also have my 27 picks and an extra 27 first. The team is going to be 4-6. Would you trade Barkley for DK? Somebody offered you Brees for Barkley straight up. I would definitely just take that. The return is the guy that offered you that. And yeah, you're right. His value sucks. He's got a contending team here for sure, but his value sucks now.
Wow.
That's a good team, but and this is a 12-team start.
They're pretty damn close to each other value-wise. Fun fact.
Who?
Saquon and Brees.
Yeah, but
Not
I mean,
wild.
I guess it'll depend on your team build. So you are championship hangover. You're second here, right there with first. Pretty heavy on the wide receivers and the quarterbacks. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty good team here. All right, let's look. Okay, right off the bat, you've got two elite quarterbacks here, and then Deshaun Watson, who I don't even have Deshaun Watson in my freaking Dynasty rankings right now. That's hilarious. He's not worth anything.
He said, I also have my 27 picks and an extra 27 first.
He said the first team in the rankings had 4 firsts last year and 4 this year. Yeah, but he's 2-7. He's not winning. So
Yeah.
what do you do about that?
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you start with positional grades. I got
Championship hangover.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second while I pull this up. All right. So we've got Josh Allen and Kyler Murray at QB. Freaking love it. I will give you a 9 out of 10 there, just because you don't have a third quarterback option. Rip to Deshaun. Thought that you might have a chance there having a nice backup option. Nope. He is washed and dead and terrible. So I'll give you a 9 out of 10 there. Saquon, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason, Javonte Williams, Charbonnet, Bigsby. Got some interesting depth there at running back. Decent grade because of Saquon and Monty at the top. Javonte Williams has lost all of his value now with SMA taking over. Very predictable. Just is what it is with Javonte's value. So I'll give you a 6 out of 10 there with Saquon and Monty. I think it's not bad. This is a 12 team. Yeah. Wide receiver, you got JJ, Ayuk, Brian Thomas, DK, and that's it. So you're really very top heavy at wide receiver, but you have a decent amount of value there. Oh, man. Would you give that an 8, even though he's only got 4 receivers there?
No.
7.
Yep.
Okay. Then Kyle Pitts is a 7 right now, but I'm going to have you move Kyle Pitts.
He said he traded 226 seconds for Monty last week, too. That's brilliant.
Nice move.
I love that move.
Nice move. This is a 2 QB. So you're only starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're only starting 6 skill positions and 2 QBs.
Yeah. So it's pretty. I mean, this is upside.
Very upside.
I think you've got upside in BTJ and Justin Jefferson. Like
You just got some injuries that you had to go through.
So and then Pitts. I mean, this is solid. So, what team archetype did you give this one?
I'm giving this dual elite QB
Yeah,
with Allen and
classic
Murray.
dual elite QB. Contend, reload.
Well, he is rebuilding this year because he's not contending, right?
He's 4-5 right now.
Oh, he's 4-5. Oh, okay.
feel like
I
this
thought you
team-
said he was 2-7.
No, I was talking about
I was
this
like, dang,
team.
this is actually a pretty good team.
No. But what I would do here is I would down tier from Josh Allen and go get another wide receiver, probably.
Yeah.
How many running backs? Saquon and Monty. That's fun. Fine with that. I want to go So it's got Jefferson, and you're starting one of Brian Thomas or DK Metcalf.
He could definitely. Monty
It's going to be an up tier, I think.
Monty is less valuable to me in this format because, again, you only have one flex spot starting 2 running backs. So
who's the upside pick? Kyron?
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly wouldn't trade Saquon on this team. Not for Brees.
If you're down tiering from Allen, who you're targeting at quarterback?
Purdy or May. It's going to be 4 and 6. I played Chase this week. Guy is 2 and 7 asking me how many picks for Allen. You're not trading Allen for picks.
Nope.
I think you're still trying to contend. What's your standing? What are your points for? Your max points for, and then where are you going to be in the standings? Yeah. How close are you going to be to the playoffs? I need to know that.
Because if you're
this is a teetering team.
If you're up there like top 3, then we may or may not have you move Brian Thomas.
He could easily flip this. He could easily flip this to a 1-year reload and win next year, though. Mm-hmm. Like you're 2 moves away. It's a pretty.
I am going to objectively have you pivot off of Kyle Pitts and just go get your choice. I'll say this on air. I'm going to put Kittle down. But your choice of Kittle or Hawkinson.
But it's going to depend. Again, if we have him when you reload, you're not going to want to go get Kittle right now. You're going to want to probably
then get Hawk instead.
Move off of Pitts and go to Hawk. So I would honestly maybe just put Hawk. But
let's see what he
says.
That's fine.
Let's see what he says. This one's literally right in the middle for me. Contend rebuild probably going to be.
Well, he doesn't have his 25 first.
I think that's true. So we have to. He has to go for it.
Extra 27.
So then you got to move Thomas, in my opinion.
Yep.
And I think
you're right.
I think you might have to do Ayuk. I'll be tied for the last playoff spot. Going to be top 3 in points. Yeah, you have to contend. Okay, so we need upside. Who are the Nico Collins?
I'm putting Kittle on here then.
Yeah, you need to put Kittle and you need to put Nico. Where's Nico at? This guy is chasing neighbors.
Okay, there you go. Purdy, Kyron, Nico, and Kittle. That'll win you the league.
I'm looking for where some of these guys are.
Brian Thomas is pretty close to Nico.
Maybe try to get Tyreek too. I mean,
Tyreek's scaring me, man.
He is scary. Holy smokes. This team's really good for contending. They're 8-1, but they have not great value. But it doesn't. A lot of times the value is skewed in these leagues because you don't have to have a ton of value to win multiple years in a row.
I like DK coming back healthy for this team. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's good. It'd be a good wide receiver 3 if we can find somebody else better to wide receiver 2. Traded 25 first and second in 2 seconds for Kyler 2 weeks before Watson died. That's really good. That's a really good trade.
Recommendation here.
You put Nick. Yeah, okay. Do we have all those trade targets?
Let's move. Try getting a higher upside RB3 option by packaging Bigsby and Charbonnet.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I would say don't be afraid to shop Brian Thomas, Ayuk, both of them. Oh, so you have Brian Thomas on there. Mm-hmm. I would say don't be afraid to shop Brian Ayuk. So yeah, I mean, I think you're pretty close here, man. Like, I think it's mostly been bad luck. The reason you have 6 losses, again, you played Chase this week. That's kind of sucky, but this easily, I think this is very low risk because you can go make these moves and easily you'll still be competitive next year. So This is a good team.
Yeah,
I would go as far as saying for this team right here, you have him a contend reload. That's probably appropriate actually. So, all right, Alex, we appreciate you, man. I'll send this over to you and. You can again, you know where to find us if you have questions. So, and we got a trade question from Coop. Coop, appreciate the donation, man. This is going to be my wide receivers and tight ends fall off a cliff. So you're 5-5. You're second in points for. Guys 3-7 with McCaffrey. Include trades for both separately. Yeah, we can do that. So you could get McCaffrey. Here's what you're saying. He's a Dolphins fan as well. Please help. Okay, so you'd be getting Cooper Kupp for Amari Cooper in a third. I'm easily taking Kupp here. I think and Hunter Henry. I think there's no risk to this, and I think Cooper Kupp has infinitely more upside.
Love that.
Okay, so let's go for McCaffrey. Yeah. Okay. I see. So let's do a McCaffrey trade here. So I would just take that one, add CMC in. I mean, heck, there's a couple things you could do here. You got some good players on this team. Waddle plus something is a perfect one. Add anything to Waddle, go get him. You could do Laporta plus something. You could do Olave plus something. Any of these guys. And since you're watching, I'm just going to put them on here. Start with these guys and move towards McCaffrey. And you can start Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, and McCaffrey every week and win your league. So, and don't be afraid to throw these picks in. So that's where I would start. But I would go ahead and take the first trade. So. So yeah. In terms of the rest of your team, you could probably, I don't see any like super rebuild assets here that you would want. Maybe you could try to do JSN or T. Higgins. Any of these guys I'd be willing to move for Christian McCaffrey. It seems like you've got a lot of wide receivers in this range. Literally every single one of these receivers right here are in the same range. Like you need to get rid of one of these. Don't be afraid to move one or two of these guys for Christian McCaffrey. Probably just one plus a little bit more because McCaffrey doesn't have a ton of value right now. So that's what I would do. But definitely take the Cooper Kupp trade as well. Kupp and McCaffrey.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. Kupp and McCaffrey. And also, you're not even giving up your value insulation here. So, I just don't know who I'm willing to package together for him. I mean, again, it's a big enough trade to where if you start with one of these guys, it doesn't really matter. Like, I wouldn't do any of these two guys for Christian McCaffrey, but I would do Jalen Waddle and any of these guys here. Any picks, like seconds with these guys for McCaffrey. I think that's what he's worth right now, too. Kendre Miller, you could put on the block. Charbonnet, you could put on the block. You could, technically, what you could also do is you could down tier from one of Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs. You could down tier from one of Bijan or Jahmyr Gibbs and just go that way. So, again, I don't feel like these guys are pretty close to JSN in value right now. They're all 40 through 70. He's has 21 overall in our rankings, but he's honestly much lower than that now. So I wouldn't be afraid if you wanted to send Jalen Waddle and T. Higgins for Christian McCaffrey. That's probably fine too. So yeah, I mean, again, I think you just kind of got to play it by ear there. But I think you've got plenty of guys to get done in a McCaffrey deal. So. All right, y'all. That's going to be it. I'm going to refresh real quick and make sure that is it. But have fun watching the game tonight. We'll be back on either later this week or on Monday to do some more team blueprints, do some more trade questions. But we appreciate you guys. So thanks for joining us. Peace out. We'll see you later.